Shit. It's Cuzzo. Shouts to all my niggas locked down, we gon' get it right. Let's get it. This for real niggas, never rap, hold a block down. G-War Chronicle for all my niggas locked down. This for real niggas, got knocked holding the fam down. G-War Chronicle for all my mans locked down. This for real niggas, never rap, hold a block down.
We back at it, we back at it, we back at it. Subscribe, like, comment, share, violate that like button. You know what I'm saying? We can get the subscribers up to the channel. Listen, today's episode, man, I ain't gonna hold y'all leading up to today's episode, man. This is probably one of my most exciting episodes in the 6 seasons that I've been doing. I met this man in 2002. I mean, way before the prison bid. You know what I mean? I met this man back in 2002. Me and this man made monumental moments together. We went on tour together. We went on the road. This man signed me to his independent music label down in Richmond, Virginia. My boy had shit on Smash. You know what I'm saying? The man, the myth, the legend, Truth Parker. What's up, my boy?
What's good, man? What's going on here?
Oh man, I'm excited and elated to be here, man.
I'm delighted myself.
First and foremost, welcome the fuck home. Welcome the fuck home, my boy.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. I've been getting that a lot, but you know, it means a lot more when it comes from people you actually care about and know they care for you. You know what I'm saying?
I've been accepting collect calls. Goddamn it, for the past 12 months. Yo, just background history. The month I came home, that following month you went down. You know what I'm saying? It's like, couldn't wait to get home and get back with you. And as soon as I get back home, they snatch you. You know what I'm saying? And that fuck that hurt. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. That shit hurt. You know what I'm saying? And seeing you go through the trials and tribulations of what you went through, and you know my story, because you somewhat. It's our history. We're gonna unpack. We're gonna unfold.
Yeah, you know, almost part of all of that.
It's I mean, like we got so much history together, man. We just gonna start off, and we're gonna go piece by piece with this shit, man. But first and foremost, man, how's it feel being home after 12 years in prison?
Absolutely wonderful, my nigga. Absolutely wonderful. I mean, words, simple words can't even explain, you know, the feeling that you get from just coming back to the world the way it is, and just, you know, breathing fresh air and not having to stand up for count and go to the child hall and all that type of shit, man. Just, you know, it feels good, man. It feels lovely. I'm acclimating.
Tell me, because I know how I felt when the night you leaving. You know, you leaving like 3 in the morning, 5 in the morning, the case may be.
Yeah. That
night you leaving, like after you know. I did 9.5, 10. You walked 12 down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, you start marking the calendars off, the little check shit, and then now it's like, yo, I'll go home tomorrow.
You know what, man? On the real, I didn't even do none of that shit. I never kept a calendar or nothing like that. I walked my shit down to the last day, doing the same bid I did when I started. You know, it definitely seemed like more people around me that actually knew, you know, I was leaving and everything. This shit seemed like it was more on their mind than it was on mine. You know what I mean? Because every time they see me, they're like, "Hey, you going home next week? Yeah, you going home tomorrow? You got 3 days." They counting this shit down. I wasn't counting this shit down. I'm still bidding. Because I seen, and you know who I'm talking about, but I seen a partner of mine's, man, get down to his last day, go home, and they bagged him right back up and took him into something else. So I'm always on some shit like it ain't real till it's real. You know what I mean? It ain't real till it's real. So
yes.
I was still bidding, man, up to the last day. So that even that last night, man, I slept good. You know what I mean? It wasn't nothing. I got butterflies that morning, just waiting on looking at the clock, waiting on them to call me and shit. But you know, it wasn't no different than the rest of the days I spent in there.
The days that you spent in there.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's be clear. You did 12, correct, right?
Yeah.
Now,
12 straight.
12 straight. How many different prisons?
7.
7 different jails.
Yeah, it was a state bid, so you know, I actually started up at a high level, and I worked my way down to a level 2. And actually, what's crazy is my last 2 months, not even 2 months, like my last month and a half, I was down on a level 2, and they shot me right back up to a level 5. So I actually stayed at level 5 for my last month and a half.
So you went from chilling to high intensity, hostile.
High intensity, hostile, murderous environment. I mean, as soon as I got off the bus, when they put me there, some niggas got blown the fuck up.
Yeah, because when I got word that you got moved, I ain't gonna hold you. I thought the worst. I said they moved them 30 days short.
Yeah, I didn't know what they had in store.
I said, man, they about to hit him with another fucking indictment, bro. I said, bro, I start researching shit. I'm looking for shit. I'm looking for another person that we know. I can't find him. That's making it worse. Like, see, I can't find him. That mean I know it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And shit got so crazy. And then when I found out where you was at, I'm like, they put him. I said, they're trying to get him killed before he go home. Like,
yeah, and see that, and that's another reason why I said I bid it all the way to the door. Because they fucked my bid up with that transfer right there, and I didn't really know what to expect. What was it for? Or nothing. They had us on a 24-hour lockdown when I first got there for 2 weeks. Pack up, let's go. You already know how they do, man. They don't tell you nothing. Just pack up.
Damn. All right, so let's get into the experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
The day you went to jail.
Yeah.
Was there anything different about that day? Or anything you did different that day that you could have been like, it was weird and I knew something was happening?
Nah, man, they tricked me. They got me good. You know what I mean? Because for one, well, let me just say this. For one, my case wasn't something that I went out and did and got caught for. You know what I mean? This was years later that they came after me for something I did years prior. Right, you know, almost a 15-year gap. So at the time when they came to get me, you know, I'm like total legit. I'm running businesses and stores and things like that. I'm actually
now, right? Shit
is old. You know what I mean? So I'm not even thinking of it. 15 years old. So I'm not even thinking about it. You know what I mean? It's thinking a nigga got away type shit.
So usually when it's something like that, it had to be somebody involved that was,
of course,
talking and saying some things.
Well, unless they just came across some new evidence or some shit.
Now, was this a close person to you, a relative, or
who?
The person who put them on you for something that you did 15 years ago?
Yeah, well, you know, I didn't know that at first, but what came to light, you know, through you know, when you retain your lawyer and everything, and you get in the position of starting to fight your case, they send you what is called your motion of discovery.
Yes.
Well, I heard they don't even do that no more. You can't even get copies of it. But when I went, now you can't even
get copies of your discovery.
No, you can see it, but you got to look at it at your lawyer's office. They can't give it to you. They can't give you.
You can't study your case.
Nope.
Damn, ain't that violating your fucking due process? That's not violation of.
This is what they do in Virginia. I don't know where they do that anywhere else.
That's
but
Commonwealth. They kind of do what they want to do.
Yeah.
That's totally enabling you from. You know what I'm saying? Because you're reading it with somebody watching over you. You know, when you get your motion discovery, you read that thing about 2 in the morning, 1, 2 in the morning, when you really be like, let me look, and you can match conversations up. You can hear the tone of voice through reading. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I know who this is.
My shit was this thick. It was like a dictionary. Shit. You know what I mean? Because it had been like an open investigation from way back. So everything that's been involved in the investigation was in my motion of discovery. So back to your question though, was like, once I got my motion of discovery and start going through it, like you said, I realized like what was really going on. You know what I mean? I knew what was going on when they came and got me. Well, not when they came in my store, because I was opening my place of business. Okay. It was like 9 in the morning, coming to work like any other day. I think I had just went to the bank. No, I came to the spot, picked up my deposits and things like that, went to the bank, made the deposits in the bank, and I was coming back to the store to open up. When I walked in the store, opened up, turned the lights on and everything, getting ready for, you know, actual business. You know, SWAT team came through the door. It was like 6 officers with the whole SWAT shit on, big AR-15s, everything like that. They came in. Now, the business that I was running at the time was a smoke shop. We wasn't selling weed. Weed wasn't legal then.
So what year was this?
This was in 2013.
2013. So you had a smoke shop in 2013.
Yeah, but They call it a smoke shop, but we were selling like pipes and grinders and bongs.
Before everybody hit to that shit the last year, you was doing that shit 14, 15 years ago.
Well, yeah, but it's funny you hint on that, because even the dispensaries and things that they doing now, I was doing that 25 years ago when shit wasn't even legal. You know what I mean?
One-stop shop.
One-stop shop. Come get everything. But yeah, so I opened up the business, opened up shop that day, that morning, and they come through the door, on some get down on the floor type shit. And immediately I was thinking it had to do everything with the shop. Because even though you running a smoke shop and you selling these paraphernalia and things like that, I used to have to hang up signs all around that said, don't say the word that rhymes with wrong, or calm, or things like that, and hoping people catch the message. Because if they come in there and ask for a bong, I have to kick them out the store. Literally, I have to say, excuse me, sir, I don't sell those, but can you leave? Please, can you leave? And if they don't, I gotta literally push them out the store, because at any given time, and mind you, this is Virginia, Commonwealth, at any given time, they send plants in there and things just to simply do that.
Right.
Ask you for a bong and see if you're actually gonna sell it to them. And once you do that, they know that that's used for marijuana purposes.
So now you're originally from New Jersey.
Jersey bred, born, man.
So what year did you go down to Virginia, and what made you go out of Virginia? Out of all places that come.
I went down to Virginia, man. It was like the end of my junior year in high school. I moved down there with my grandparents. I was living with my grandparents at the time. Okay. They wanted to go down to Virginia. Jersey was getting too crazy for them. I kept getting kicked out of schools and everything like that. They felt like I would have a better, even though it's like the end of my high school. I ain't gonna say career, but the end of high school. It was the end of my junior year. Right. So I went down there then, you know what I mean, and finished up my senior year out there in Richmond. And that's how I actually, I was already a street nigga up here in the mix and everything like that. So when I went down there, I kind of just got tied right into a bunch of street niggas down there. They was showing me this, showing me that, right. Linking me with the guns and linking me with the drugs, and you know how that go.
Now how was it integrating with the guys from the South down there? Were they welcoming, or were they like?
Like when I went down there, man. This was a while ago. This was in '94 when I went down there, and it seemed like a lot of up top dudes was migrating down there at that time. Okay. So there was a lot of niggas from New York, a lot of niggas from Jersey, Philly, places like that was coming down there. In the high school that I had went to, it was a large group of, I would say, probably about 20, 25 of us in total. Okay. That was from up top. And I think just from coming up top down south, historically, it's always been a little beef and shit like that. Mm-hmm. But I was young, you know what I mean? I was still a teenager. I wasn't even an adult yet. So just being around other teenagers and shit, they was a lot more welcoming. Right. For the simple fact that I was something that they weren't really used to. You know what I mean? This is a time when you're talking about Nas, it came out, Biggie's Hot, Wu-Tang, shit like that. Right, the East Coast, New York hip-hop and Jersey hip-hop was the thing. So coming from that area, coming from that space, they kind of looked at you like, yo, like, damn, you look like them niggas that we watch on TV type shit. You walk like them, you talk like them, you dress like them.
When I came down 03, it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so they wasn't like giving me the standoffish type shit and everything like that. Now, mind you, now if you venture out, into the projects in the city and all of that type of shit, you might get some of that if you coming through there, because they like kind of tight knit. They don't like outsiders. Never did. Right. Up top niggas always been a problem. In Richmond niggas always been tearing niggas heads off, and we tear they niggas heads off, and it's always been back and forth. But I was in the county. I was in Henrico County, which is like a suburb that's right off of Richmond. We consider it Richmond, but it's not.
It's not, right.
When you step foot outside of Richmond, other places, we just say, yeah, I'm from Richmond, but it's really not. It's the county.
The county, okay.
And that's a lot different now than it was then.
Oh yeah, I could definitely, I could imagine. Like I said, I ain't gonna hold you, I had a good time down there when I went down there.
Mm-hmm.
But I went down there on the wrong type of time. You know what I mean? Not knowing, and I had no
Yeah,
idea.
you was a little wild.
I had no idea that the Commonwealth and all that shit, I had no idea. But I just lost my mom. You know what I'm saying? And I was young. You know what I'm saying? Now, explain to me what when you realized what was against you.
What you mean?
Like as far as when you got all the information.
Out of my emotional discovery?
Out of emotional discovery. You got all your information. You got everything you need.
Oh my God.
Now, describe that feeling like oh shit, like okay, these motherfuckers got me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, like.
Yo, I was crushed, my nigga. I was crushed. I wasn't like. I mean, obviously, you think about everything that they have in your indictment, everything that you have in front of you that you're reading, that obviously these people know about, the whole investigation, all the people that they've spoken to, all the people that's giving statements, this, that, and the third. Like, I was crushed, my nigga, because, you know, I got a long history of taking care of people. Like, I go hard for the people I fuck with. And always have.
I can agree with that.
You know what I mean?
I can agree with that.
So, to see these names on paper and read the stories and things that they telling the boys, it was heartbreaking, bro. Because, you know, like, I've put myself in positions where it's been like life or death situations
for somebody
else. I've put myself in positions of doing major prison time and all of that type of shit behind somebody else.
And it's like
and to see them names on paper,
it's like a feeling like we supposed to be exempt, like.
Yeah, like me? You tell on me though?
Me? I'm the realest motherfucker you know. Like, why would you tell them, like?
And everybody but me? Like, come on, man. So yeah, it was fucked up, my nigga.
yeah, I can.
It's no feeling. It's no feeling that I can describe to give you like a sense of how that might feel, unless that's actually happened to you. But I can tell you, like, it ain't a good feeling. You know what I mean? It's probably one of the worst in the world to see people turn on you, betray you.
So let's fast forward to sentencing day.
Yeah.
You knew what you were going to get sentenced to, or what?
Yeah, I did, but you know what? All right, so ultimately, I wound up taking a plea deal.
Okay.
Right? Now, there's a reason behind that. Anybody that's took a plea deal before will know that typically you don't take the first one that they give you.
No.
Right?
No.
So, let me just say this. Initially, the prosecutors was looking for a life sentence for me. That's what they wanted. That's what they told my lawyer. That's what they said. We're giving this guy a life sentence. He deserves it. So, and mind you, like I said, this is for a crime that was committed 15 years prior.
So
right?
Do you think they treated it different because it was 15 years older versus if it had happened like that month or so? You think it was less aggressive, more aggressive?
Well, this is the thing. When something is old, like this was a cold case, all right, a cold case homicide.
Okay.
At that point, when they really don't have nothing to go on, like we just said, now what they went on was information coming from somebody else. Obviously, I guess we'll get to that, but at this point, this is just a 15-year-old open case on a homicide. they're happy to close the books.
Right.
They're happy to go tell the victim's family, we got them.
We got it. Right.
You know what I mean? So however that happens, however that takes place, it's a win on on them.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Now, I guess because of the severity of the crime and things, where it happened at, and the aftermath of it, just the whole thing, kind of put them in a place of saying, like, because in all actuality, it wasn't just that one particular crime. They actually wanted to pin me down with about four different crimes of that same nature. And they said, well, we know that you're involved and everything like that. We know this, we know that, but we really are focusing on this one because this is the one we have a cooperating witness for. Cause mind you, like in my case particularly, they didn't have no physical evidence. They didn't have no eyewitnesses. They didn't have nothing but hearsay and circumstantial evidence. You know what I mean?
But they try to stack the odds against you and get more than one person on it too.
Well, there was more people involved.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Nonetheless, they were seeking a life sentence because of everything that was there. But what happened was the first plea that they threw out to me was like 40 years. Now, mind you, I'm like 31, 32 years old at this time.
Right.
40 years? Nigga, that's a life sentence. What are you talking about? I'm not 19. And even, any time it's 40 years, like, you're crazy. Who takes that? So, I told my lawyer, I might as well just fight the case. You know what I mean? 40 years.
Was your lawyer in support of, or he was like?
No, he was. Lawyers always try to get in your corner for, oh yeah, you got this, you got that. We're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. And I paid him a lot of bread. Mm-hmm. He was one of the top lawyers in Richmond at the time. You know what I mean? And I paid my way for sure. So I was expecting a good return on my investment.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I told him, I guess it's his job, I'm supposing, to report to me what the prosecutors want to do. If they say, hey, we're going to give him a plea for 40 years, it's his job to tell me that. Now, whether he agrees with it or not, it's still up to me whether I want to take it. Right. He has to present it.
He got to present it, exactly.
You know what I mean? So he presented it. And I told him, man, shove that shit up your ass. 40 years is a life sentence.
It's a life sentence.
That sounds the same as what they was just asking.
What, would do half? Would do 25? The fuck?
So then they wound up...
Parole in 25.
And Virginia don't have parole. They stopped parole in 95. So if you didn't catch a crime or get sentenced before 95, there is no parole. You're doing 85% of your time. That's point blank.
Shit.
40 years, that means you're going to do, what, 32?
32 years.
Yeah. 32, 33 years?
33 years.
Come on, man. So anyway, we go back and forth. Long story short, we going back and forth. They wound up coming back with a 20. And not only that, they said, well, because like I said, other people was involved, but other people weren't being pursued. I was the only one being pursued.
I was going to ask, so you was the only one out of everybody that was involved, they came after you.
I was the only one being pursued. Other people was in my motion of discovery. They knew other people were involved, but I think because of the confidential informants that were involved pointing their fingers at me, they felt as though they could come at me hoping that I would turn and say, well, it wasn't just me, it was him too, and him too, and him. But, I don't rock like that. So what they wound up doing was making me a deal to say, all right, take this, we're not pursuing nobody else. We're going to dismiss your gun charges. We just want you to take this body with this time, and we want to close the case. So, obviously that's something to think about. 20 years is a long fucking time. But at the time, I just had kids. I had 4 kids at the time, and they were kind of young. You know what I mean? So all I could think about was them. Like, well, at least I'll still be able to come out and see them at some point in time. Right. You know what I mean? That's what I was thinking with the 20-year thing. But what actually happened, though, when I finally did go to court and they sentenced me and everything like that, they wound up giving me the 40 years. Like, when he said 40 years and slammed the gavel down, I almost fainted in that motherfucker. But he also said 25 of them was going to be suspended. Okay. You know what I mean? And actually more than, I'm sorry, now 28. 28 of it was going to be suspended.
You knew this was coming, or
knew what was coming?
That they were going to suspend time.
Hell no.
So it wasn't. So when they offered you the plea,
they offered me a plea from 15 to 20.
You signed that,
right? But you know, in Virginia, the judge doesn't have to go by that. That's not like locked and solid. This is a deal that I'm making with the prosecutor. This is what the prosecutor is going to go forth.
That the judge.
Well, usually the judge goes with what the prosecutor says. Right. Usually. That's why they do that. You know what I mean? And this is what the prosecutor was willing to offer me and willing to go with. And they were going to tell the judge, hey, look, this is what we're going to do. This is what we want. Blase, blase, blah. Usually the judge goes with that. Right. But he don't have to.
No.
So you can't really go into there.
They gave the federal judges that same right about 2010. They gave them the right to exceed or go above or under.
Yeah, you can go above or under. Like I said, they don't have to. They can do what the fuck they want to do. Right. So going in that day for sentencing, obviously, you know, you still nervous and shit. You like, damn, what the fuck is he gonna do? Like, is he gonna take what they want, or is he gonna go above, or is he gonna go under? Right, it could work out a lot of ways. So I didn't know what to expect, man. I knew what they told me, 15, 20, something in between there, da. But when that motherfucker said 40, oh God, I almost fainted in that motherfucker. I didn't even hear him say such and such was suspended.
Right.
I didn't even. My lawyer had to tell me that. Like, you know, yeah, you still got like a 15, 16 year sentence. Off of that, you're gonna do 13, 12, 13, something like that. You have good behavior or whatever. So, yeah, that was kind of like, wow.
So now, you calculate in your mind real quick, all right, 15, I'm going to do 12 and a half, 11, I'm going to do around that time, all right, cool. You go back in the bullpen. You on your way back to the jail.
Yeah.
Thought process.
I was at ease, man, that it was over with. That fucking whole waiting to the sentencing period, the trial, like all of that shit was frustrating as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I was really more keen and tuned in on, and the jail bid is fucked up. Everybody knows a jail bid is fucked up.
That county jail shit, right?
You know you about to get time. You waiting for your time. My whole thing was, give me my time and let me go start this motherfucking bid, man. The faster I can start this bid, the faster it'll be over. Okay. So
now, before we get to you leaving the county, we all know that the county has its own experiences in it.
Yeah, I was actually in all of the county jails. Cause
Riverside.
I went to Riverside. I went to Henrico. I went to Richmond and Chesterfield.
See, we did the federal circuit. Pamunkey. The other jail with Pamunkey. The other one, Rappahannock, whatever the shit called.
Yeah, I ain't never do the Fed run, but
so
I ducked that one.
In the county jail now, did you ever have anybody like try to jump on your case? Anybody try to?
Yeah, I had a couple. It was in my motion of discovery actually. You know what's crazy? You say that because I had done county bids and city jail bids prior to.
Right.
Prior to this one.
Right.
Now, mind you, keep in mind, I said, now this case is 15 years old. So within that 15-year span of me catching these indictments and stuff, I had done little county bids here, a year here, a year and a half here, a year here. So there was things in my motion of discovery from my little different stints in jails where people was trying, like people knew me from places and had heard about certain things or whatever the case may be, and was definitely trying to like bait a nigga in, and some of these niggas was actually working for the people, yo. It's like, you know what, man? It's mind-boggling when you think you know somebody or you're dealing with somebody or don't deal with him but you know who he is. But to actually see his fucking statements on paper and shit that he's working with people, like this is what he does, that shit is mind-boggling, bro.
It's mind-boggling.
Who the fuck does that? Like, I be wondering, are you getting paid for this? Are you getting like, what are you doing?
I just posted a post a couple weeks ago. The salary for informants, and some of these informants,
they get paid?
Some of these informants are on a 6-figure salary, bro.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, bro, some of these, I think in Arizona, they're making like $102,000 a year. In DC,
to do what? What are they like? Just jumping on cases?
Confidential informant. You might have to go inside the jails. You might have to go be somebody's celly. You might have to go out of town and get up under somebody. Like, they
That's
work.
The wildest.
They work, bro. They work. Like, they really work. Like, they really work. Okay, look, tomorrow we're coming to get you. We're going to suit you up. We got to put you in Essex County Jail. We're going to put you in the cell with this guy. You got to get him to tell you that he shot the little boy. You get him to tell you that, we'll transfer you the next day. You know what I'm saying? And you wake up and this nigga's packing out and he's leaving. And you think he going to medical some fucking where, and you gonna see him in court again.
The whole time he on your shit.
Yes, bro. Yes, bro. It's fucking scary.
Yeah.
Because
that's what it is.
Here it is. Me and you was doing these things. We was having a ball, getting to the money, getting to the women, getting to the cars, getting to the partying, getting to the drugs, enjoying all the fucking festivities of getting money. You know what I'm saying? We gotta put in work, shit happens. Now we get jammed up and you like, nah, I'm not doing this. No. And some judges still punish the rat. Like, no, fuck that. You're not gonna get away because you told your friends. Like, a lot of times after they tell, they get treated like shit. They put you in the same jail as the niggas you told on, hoping you get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fucked up. Like, even in my situation.
I was gonna say, I think your situation speaks to that.
My situation. Me and this particular dude, I took a real live like when I came down to Virginia, I was depressed. I came down to Virginia November 1st, 2002. My mother died on the 12th. We're in the hospital on the 3rd and never came home. You know what I'm saying? When I met Lamar, and Lamar introduced me to D, and D introduced me to Randy, and Randy introduced me to that, and I wanted to meet you. It was like, yo, y'all was my family down there. You know what I'm saying? And when shit got real, and you reading the statements, say how you just said, reading the statements, and you watching the news, and you like, what the fuck, bro? Like, what are we?
It's fucked up, man.
What are we doing here, bro? Like, damn, like, we did what we said we was gonna do. Why you letting them turn you against me? Like, what the fuck I do to you? Like, what the fuck? Like,
I don't know if it be like something that just clicks in niggas' heads, or whether they just not built solid from the start. You know what I mean? I think sometimes when we put niggas in positions that we put them in, I think we overlook the fact that they don't be ready for these positions sometimes.
But you know what?
You know what I'm saying? And
when you think of that term, the red flags.
Yeah, the red flags.
And you sit back in your cell and you think, you know what I'm saying? You know, I don't go fuck. I say Randy name. I don't go fuck. Fuck him. I sit back and I think about Randy's weaknesses.
Yeah.
Over the time that we've been rocking, and I know that he's soft for his woman. You know what I'm saying?
Look, wait. Let me stop you for 1 second.
Talk to me.
I'm not gonna talk about him. I'm gonna listen to you talk about him.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna talk about him because you know it's a very sensitive situation there, and out of respect for certain people,
I get it.
I'm not gonna speak on him, but I listen. I totally understand what you're saying. I vouch for everything you're saying. I feel like you. The situations are very similar in ways where, I mean, I know you feel that pain. You know what I mean, and I can understand it.
I love bro. Like that was my, you know what I mean? Like that was, you know, you always gonna have crews inside crews, and out of a crew of 4, you always gonna have a 2 and 2. That was my guy. Like deep conversations and
I knew him since he was like this. You know what I'm saying? I seen him grow up to be an adult.
My nigga,
I was surprised to see him with y'all and everything.
My nigga
like
get
that,
busy
you know
in the street. I'm gonna keep it 100. My nigga get busy in the street.
Yeah.
Like ain't no like, and that's where the mind-boggling thing. Cause I done met niggas in the street that's like, bro, look, I sell a drug or two, but that street shit, I ain't with it. And I can respect those type of niggas because I know what I'm saying. But like when you with the shit and we mobbing in a certain type of way, I'm bringing you up top. I'm introducing you to my guys up top. Like it's so now it's like to have you on the opposite side of me. It's just like, my nigga, like what the fuck, bro? Like,
yeah, I know.
I know.
I definitely know.
Even with the situation with Devion, we both went in. We all went into the feds for a gun store robbery, and some of us never came home with homicide charges. I mean, do I wish that on him? No. And I get ridiculed sometimes, like, how you feel sorry for your snitch? Listen, I have a heart at the end of the day. Do I want to see that man do that whole 47 years he got hit with? Fuck no. That was foul.
Especially for something he didn't do.
And he doing innocent time. My man doing innocent, and that's the worst time.
And you know, he was with me on a daily basis and stuff, so I know his temperament, I know his heart, I know everything. You know, I mean, I know. The nigga worked for me. He held my stores and shit down and everything. He the one that introduced you to me.
He's the reason why we are here right now together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I forgave him. I know that listen, when I came home after we all got done with our biz, his mom reached out to me. His mom said, yo, can I give him your number? He want to talk to you. Now, of course, my first thought was, man, fuck that. But then I'm like, you know what? So much has transpired in these 10 years. So many blessings have came. Yeah. So much shit has positive things that happened to me. Let me hear him out.
Yeah.
Let me hear him out. We had a conversation. He told me, I apologize.
At least you gave him the opportunity to do that.
You know what I'm saying? I'm man enough. That's grown I'm man enough, shit. And I grew enough. Me coming in wouldn't have done that.
I'm about to say, because that's a process in itself.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, obviously.
Let me hear him out. I apologize.
Yeah.
I did some bullshit. I was scared. I've never been through no shit like this in my life. But my nigga, I didn't lie on nobody. I just said what we all did, bro. I just told him the story of what happened that morning to that afternoon. He said, but this shit right here,
don't make it okay, though.
It don't make it okay. It don't make it okay.
You're supposed to keep that.
But once again, if we're gonna look at red flags, I see red flags in him too. In certain situations.
That's crazy because I never really saw red flags in him like that. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe
I was overlooking
previously
things.
Before
I never really saw red flags.
Hey yo, I don't know if you knew, me and D had beef for a minute.
Nah, I didn't know nothing about that.
D left me in a robbery one day.
Oh yeah.
Shit got real, and it wound up getting real, and bro was in the car when I got to the car.
Well, check this out though. Let me say this about D. I've never took D on no missions. I've never, other than him running my store, my place of business, and sliding in some illegal sales and business here and there and things like that. I never put that type of pressure on him to be around me to do any type of major things. You know what I mean? Now, mind you, D ran up and down the highway with me. Trunk full of guns, trunk full of drugs, everything like that, back and forth. He don't give a fuck about none of that. Let's go. You know, he's done all of that for me. I've sent him on other little things to do here and there. And actually, coming to find out from me talking to you previously or whatever, coming to find out you was probably with him and actually took care of the business that I asked him to do.
Right. It was excellent. It was.
But to my knowledge at the time, I thought he was always pretty solid. You know, he followed directions.
Right. It was a different.
He never had no questions and back and forth. We never had no discrepancies, no nothing. He took care and handled the business I always asked him to do, and that's all I had looked for him to do.
Right.
You know, I never really put him in a position to be like, let me see if I could take this nigga to the next level. See where his if he bowed it. You know what I mean? I never did that to him, so I never really saw those red flags, man. I just, as far as from what I saw, I always said he was pretty solid. You know what I mean?
And this is why I never kicked I never complained about the time I had to do, because I know I was thirsty in that situation. I had some shit going on in my personal world. I needed that for something. You know what I'm saying? And I forced that. And I know I forced that because right before what happened, Randy looked at me and said, yo, you sure about this? In any other time in my life, more than a dozen times in my life when that has been said, I've aborted the mission. Yeah. And this particular time I did. So whatever the outcome was of that, I took that. Because I knew better. I fucking knew better.
With me knowing that whole situation and everything else, all of the other variables and factors that was going on at the time, I can see where you was probably just pressing the go button a lot more.
It was a lot going on.
A lot of shit was going on. I was already on the run.
We had a lot.
Our whole situation was kind of blown through the roof 60 at that
days.
time.
Within 60, 90 days, our whole fucking our whole operation got flipped upside down.
I was pressing D on certain things. I was up in Jersey at the time on the run. Everything like shit was closed down. It was a lot. Money wasn't being properly distributed.
We was good, bro. We was good. You made it. You provided.
So I can see where you press the go button on some like missing the red flag.
Let's get this off. And it was clean. We got it off. It was clean.
Yeah.
It was smooth. Got it off.
It was almost clean.
Just the whole aftermath of the situation. You know what I'm saying? And I don't cry about that. I take that. You know what I'm saying? I take that. It was my fault. I learned from that. I'm going to move on from that. So that was made me, be able to have that conversation with bro. You know what I'm saying? And to hear him damn near break on the phone, to hear him break, I said, bro, listen, it's going to be okay, bro.
I have yet to have a conversation with him.
It's going to be okay. And that was big for me to talk to the first, because Randy finished the food. D started the plate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But D came to court and told me, they put us in the bullpen expecting us to kill each other.
Yeah, you can't do that.
They put us in the bullpen. I'm in there waiting to go to court, sleep, I hear the door open. I see him first thing first. Motherfucker. Yeah. So I was going to pop on him while he was handcuffed. You come in cuff, you got to turn around, put your hands on the thing. It was about to be up. D said, yo, they want us to fight each other. I'm about to stand up like, okay, as soon as he come in this motherfucking bullpen, it's up. The CO standing by the window. I said, okay. He said, yo, plead not guilty. I'm gonna change my whole statement. I'm gonna change everything up, yo. I'm gonna change everything up. And he did it. He went in. The press was like, yo, we had a deal, motherfucker. How you gonna change? He said, man, fuck that.
Well, at least you had the opportunity to see the nigga switch coach.
You see what I'm saying? I'm not taking the Band-Aid off. I'm just putting a little more of that orange shit on it to clean the wound. You know what I'm saying? He did a little.
It's still a scab. It's still
soft.
You know what I mean?
It ain't hard. It ain't a hard scab. Soft.
See, I haven't had that opportunity.
And and just to know that he's doing that innocent time. And during my time, I've been around niggas that's done innocent time, and they hurt every day. Yeah, they hurt every day.
It's different.
They hurt every day.
It's different.
They walk the yard in a fucking space like they be.
Because they know that I'm not supposed to be here.
I'm not supposed to be here.
You see these gates, you see these guards, you see these dogs, you see these cement blocks and walls, you see these bars. Word. You know that you're not supposed to be here.
I met a guy, he was a limo driver.
Yeah.
Had like 4 limousines, right, running for him. And he should just walk, he'd be in space. He'd twisted all his dreads out. He had dreads. He got like half a dreads, half bald head. Stressed. And he just is like, man, my family think I'm some fucking drug lord.
I can't explain.
And I said, what you? He said, bro, I drive. He said, I get an itinerary and I roll up in the Chanel. I don't know if I take you somewhere and you go kill somebody. I don't know what the fuck you just went in there and did. I'm the limo driver. But because I didn't cooperate, because I don't know nothing, I was inside the kitchen.
Yeah, I've ran across a lot of people who didn't do the crime per se, but didn't tell on who did the crime either. Right. And they wound up with a racket. Sometimes more time than with the person who actually committed the crime.
Now, you had a big case.
Yeah.
You was on the news every day for weeks. Mm-hmm. Now, I did a segment called Jailhouse Celebrity because I was on the news every day.
Is that a thing?
Yes. When you walked on that chair, did you not feel like that's.
You know what, man? Look, check this out.
Niggas want to introduce themselves to you. Niggas want to talk to you.
When I first got to the jail, they took me to the Richmond City Jail first because that's where the actual crime that they charged me with was committed in Richmond City Jail. And it had been on the news prior that they had information leading to a suspect, things of that nature. They had never put my face out yet, nothing like that. But they was hinting that, we looking for a guy, such and such and such and such. So when I got indicted that day, like I said, when they came to that store and caught me, took me to the city jail. When I walked, most certainly. When I walked in the joint, people didn't really per se know who I was, other than the people that already knew me. Okay. But the next day, when the newspaper came out, see, in the jail at that time, each tier would get the newspaper every day. And whoever's, up at 6 in the morning out there, they get the newspaper, they read it, they pass it to the next nigga. The one paper gets passed around to everybody. Now,
just miss it.
Like I said, I had just came in the day before, so, I'm fucked up. I don't want to be here. I got everything going on in my mind, like who I need to call, what I need to do, how I need to scrape up this money, am I going to get a bond? Like, I'm thinking about everything possible other than actually being in here. I'm sleeping late. I'm laying in the bed. I'm not even coming out. I don't want breakfast. I'm not eating that shit. All I'm thinking, I'm just waiting for them to give me a bond. When they give me a bond, I'm gone.
Out of here, right.
So, I didn't see the paper. But it had already been passed around the pod. So everybody else seen the paper. So by the time I come out, out my door that morning, all eyes was on me. Like, and I'm looking like, damn. Now, I've been in jail bids before, Henrico jail, Richmond jail, I've been in these jails before, and when, I'm from up top and shit, I already know like it's a slippery slope that you walk through when you're in these spots because you're outnumbered. Right. And unless you know people, which I did, I knew a few people and stuff like that, but I'm not from Southside, I'm not from the North Side, I'm not from Mosby Court, Jackson Ward, I'm not from none of that shit. Man. I live in Henrico, I'm a straggler is what they call us, and I hustled on Chamberlain. So, coming out the room that morning, or later on in the afternoon or whatever, and all eyes is on me, like everywhere I'm walking, motherfuckers is looking at me like, and when you see that type of shit, you think, all right, it's up. These niggas is about to try some shit.
Right.
Damn. So I'm standing, back against the wall type shit, arms folded and everything, just watching niggas and shit. I'm a watcher anyway. I don't do a whole lot of talking. I do more listening and watching than anything else.
Very true.
So I'm just watching. I don't know what's going on. I'm just thinking like, these niggas is up to something. So I finally go back in my, I don't know what I went back in my room, back in my cell for, I can't remember, but my cellie came in the joint with the paper, and he was like, "Yo, bro, you might want to tear this out the paper."
Too late now.
It's the whole dorm done read it already. So I'm like, but he was telling me, he putting me on like, "Yo, you might want to tear this out the paper, bro. But this is you right here." So that's when I get the article, right? I'm looking at the article, I'm reading it, and what's crazy is this is the wildest shit ever. It's not only me in the article, right? It's an article, but it got two faces side by side.
Okay.
It's got me, and it's got this other nigga who's known as the Grim Reaper.
The little light and ugly motherfucker.
Right.
With the fucking
Big blood nigga, done beat about 10 murders, and he's on trial for another one. They went and indicted him, got him the same day that they got me.
They got you.
They got both of us together.
So y'all confidence.
And the whole joint is talking about both of our cases in one column.
So in the eyes of the unknown, y'all Cody's.
If not Cody's, but at least we know each other and we work together.
Right.
And this dude is well known, well established in Richmond. So they put in my face with his. They like, oh, this nigga's already the Grim Reaper. This nigga got 20 bodies. He must be like,
that's his man, right?
That's his man's type shit. They got them both the same day. And the article says, 2 guys got indicted and arrested for multiple bodies years apart. That's how they put the joint in the article. So yeah, everybody's looking at me when I come out the joint like, man, this crazy ass nigga up in there with us. And so after he brought that to me and was like, yo, you should tear that shit out, man, so can't nobody else get it. But like you said, the whole tier done seen it already. So then after that, yeah, it was more so like niggas want to check up on you, make sure you alright. Yo, old school. Yo, you need the phone? You need the phone?
Sure, do you need a call? Do you need anything?
Everybody's on it like,
I'll make sure you need. You sure? I get it. Okay.
And then, I'm not no yo, shit cut off. Your battery low.
Battery went out.
It's supposed to be charging. That shit wasn't charging?
No, it is. Camera.
No, I'm saying, wasn't that cord not on it?
It was just this.
I should get one so far. Laptop charge.
How much money you go
Not too much. We'll be out with it.
50 minutes.
Damn, it been that long already? You're gonna have to edit some of this shit out probably.
Nah, hell no.
No, you just let it rock like that?
From the time the camera died to come back on, y'all pick up the conversation. Like that.
Yeah, I know exactly where we
Shit
at.
flowing. Like y'all shit flowing.
Just tell me when you're ready. You ready? So yeah, when so now they like this, that, you need this, you need that. They making sure I'm good and everything. And like I said, I'm not the type to be on no rah-rah shit anyway. Like a lot of, niggas down south in Richmond and stuff, they are under the impression that anybody from up top be on some bullshit. You know what I mean? They instantly, like, when they hear you talk and they see you walk, they're like, okay, they don't recognize that. Especially
Jersey,
Jersey be but they don't recognize the difference a lot of times.
Right, they think New York and New Jersey is the same
It's
place.
the same thing, but it be when, like, the New Yorkers that come down and everything is nigga because I'm from New York. Every other word is because I'm from New York. And they be having real problems with that. Mm-hmm. And just because we talk similar, walk similar, different, same type of style of dress and everything, mannerisms and whatnot, they associate us together.
Yes, very true.
Nonetheless, you're right. New York is a worse evil than Jersey.
Yes.
Well, with that being said, like I said, I'm not big on talking anyway. I do more watching and observing than anything else. And I don't really get into conversations and shit with people until I get to know the person anyway.
Right.
So they would kind of, at this point in time, well, as time went on, because that was real early, as time went on, they kind of just recognized me as the quiet nigga from up top that liked to work out all the time.
Who's known for
drop jewels here and there.
Grim Reaper's coat.
And that's Grim, and he know the Grim Reaper nigga, and he in here for a body or two.
Leave him
the fuck alone. He don't bother nobody. Let's not bother him. So, and that's kind of how it was.
How the real niggas in jail are, though.
That's kind of how it was, man. You know, wasn't nobody coming to take nothing out my cell. Wasn't nobody trying to do no shit to me out the ordinary. Wasn't, you know, nobody was trying to take no trays or, nobody was pressing me like, you know, you ain't from out here. Like, all the phones was open to me.
So what was the wildest shit you saw in the county before you got to the state prison? What was the wildest, like, some wild shit you saw? Like, I gotta get the fuck out. Like, what the fuck?
The county, man, to be honest, it was regular shit, bro, because it ain't too many big ass knives and shit like that in the county.
Nah.
You know what I mean? Niggas is fighting. Niggas is hitting niggas with... They don't even have locks and socks for real. They might have locks and socks in some of them, but... The wildest shit nigga probably seen was just niggas getting beat up thoroughly by 4, 5, 6 niggas in the shower. So I seen a nigga get his ass beat naked. He dragged out the shower. You know what I mean? They caught him at his most vulnerable moment.
Right.
That's not cool.
Alright, so
when you don't even got a fair fight. You fighting, dick swinging and everything. I'm barefoot,
bare feet.
Like, come on, man. That shit was crazy. Slipping and sliding. You got soap all over. You can't
lose a fight to a nigga naked though. Like, that's like you lost twice.
Listen, bro. In prison, I seen 2 niggas naked fighting in the shower. Cause you know where I was at.
Boots in the shower.
You had showers on the walls, like 2, 3, 4 niggas be in the shower at the same time.
Right.
You had 2 niggas fighting over one joint one time, butt ass naked, slipping and sliding.
That's crazy. So now in Virginia, from the day you get sentenced to the day they ship you out, what's that, like a 30-day, 2-month process?
No, it depends. For me, it was about 3 to 4 months, I think. After I got sentenced, I waited another 3, 4 months.
And they tell you where you going, or
no? They just send you. But being as though I've been out there for a period of time, I already know where I'm going because you go to receiving first, and it's only a couple of spots that do receiving. At that time, it was only Powhatan and Nottoway that was doing receiving.
Okay.
So it was going to be one or the other.
Okay.
I wound up going to Nottoway. And Nottoway, although they do receiving at Nottoway, now Nottoway, like the whole thing is receiving. But when I went, it was just like one building.
Okay.
Nottoway is still a level 3, so which means you still got lifers there. You know what I mean? You still got everybody that's done heinous shit. You got dudes that maybe started up higher at level 4s and 5s and worked their way down, but because of whatever or because of the amount of time they have, they will never pass a level 3.
Right.
So, you know, on level 3s, anywhere where you got lifers and dudes with them crazy crimes and shit, that's prison. You know, you're gonna have the knives, you're gonna have the drugs, you're gonna have the cell phones, you're gonna have motherfuckers getting knocked out on a daily, and the extortion, the phone time, everything happens from level 3s and up. Now don't get me wrong, level 2s shit still goes on, but niggas be in level 2s with drug charges.
Trying to get out
they don't have violent charges.
Right.
Drug charges and lower, you know what I mean? Little bits of time, 2 years, 3 years, 1 year, 5 years. 3s, you got lifers and up.
So now this is your first state prison bid.
This is my first prison bid, period.
So now, was there any type of I'm not gonna say nervousness, but like any type of like, oh boy, like
anxiety?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Talk to me.
I mean, from just not the unknown. The unknown is always a factor. You know what I mean? I'm from up top. I'm down here. I'm
going down to about maybe 3 niggas.
Now I'm not a unknown, so I know when I get to where I'm going, I'm probably gonna know a few people,
right,
or whatever the case may be.
Right.
But compounds are big. You're talking about 1,000, 1,500 people on a compound.
Right.
Different buildings.
All type of shit.
4 or 5 different tiers in a building, so it's no guarantee that you're gonna be on a pod where you know people. Like I know when we get to the chow hall, when we get to the yard, I'll probably see niggas and stuff, but it's no guarantee where they put me, I'ma know people. So, you know, my mind is instantly on I think it's a general thought process of when you come in, you gotta set the tone. I gotta make niggas know I'm about it. I'm not fucking with.
So how many fights would you say you? How many squabbles would you say you had while you was
in receiving?
In receiving first.
I had one good one. I had one good one in receiving. I had a couple.
Wait, no fights in county?
Nah, I ain't had no fights in county.
Why in receiving though?
Over the phone.
Over the phone. Okay.
You know, in prison, them shits work. Well, let me tell you this. The joint I was at, Nottoway, at that time, you got a pod of 90 people.
Okay.
2 phones. One on that side of the pod, one on that side of the pod.
45 and 45.
Nottoway is not only Nottoway, other prisons like it, because like I said, Nottoway was a level 3. The level 3s at that time on up is known for motherfuckers getting slaughtered over the phones. You know what I'm saying? The phone thing is so fucking real, and it was just as real here as anywhere you could possibly imagine. Reason I say that is because I'm an out-of-towner, for one, so I don't belong in no group. I'm not affiliated with no gangs, none of that type of shit.
Right.
I'm a loner, so to speak.
Right.
The phones are run by Bloods, Crips, Muslims, Richmond, and 757.
Okay.
So, with that being said, it's only 2 phones on the tier.
You ain't neither of the fucking.
I'm none of that.
Right.
I'm none of them. And Henrico is not considered to be Richmond when you get in the prison system. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, on the tiers where there's only 2 phones, it depends what tier you on, who runs the phones. The tier I was on was was a Richmond phone and a Blood phone.
Okay.
If you wasn't from Richmond or the Bloods, you wasn't getting on the phone, or you had to fight for it. You know, another pod, you might have a Crip phone and a Muslim phone.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. Now I've heard they've made it so it's like 4 or 5 phones at Nottoway or whatever. It's a couple on each wall, but when I was there, it was only 2. So, because this was receiving, it was this dude. He was from the 757. Anybody who don't know, the 757 is the 7 cities. That's Norfolk, Virginia Beach, Chesapeake, Hampton, Newport News, and Portsmouth.
Okay.
This particular guy, he had a head on his shoulders to where he in his mind, he said, I'm going to alleviate all the ruckus and the confusion and everything, and every morning I got a piece of paper. I want people to write their name on the piece of paper, and I'm going to organize a list. So you got a time, you got a time, you got a time, you got a time. So niggas ain't fighting over the phone.
So now these is infinite phone conversations, a time limit.
What you mean?
Because like in the feds, our phone calls 15 minutes.
No, we got 20-minute calls.
And then you got to wait an hour to use the phone again.
Well, no, okay. So in the state, you don't have to wait no hour. It's 20-minute calls, and you can call back to back if you got that type of authority and influence. But if niggas just got lines and you just waiting on the phone to use the phone, you only getting 1 call. Because if you double click on a phone call, come on, man.
Come on, man. God.
If you double click on a phone call, bro,
you better not 1 call, yo. One
now
call.
you know there's exceptions to the rule.
Okay.
Obviously, you know, like I said, you got a Blood phone. The Bloods is, you know, they got 7 or 8 niggas on the pod, maybe more, but usually around 7, 8, 9 niggas, and they share that phone. So 9 niggas on 1 phone all day long. Yeah, you can sit there and use it 2, 3 clicks. All right, I'm done. Next nigga go. But that phone is in rotation for them the whole day. When you're a straggler like myself, and you're polying for time. Yo, hey man, you think I can get on the phone at like 2 o'clock? I think my girl gonna get off around that time, 2:30 something. I mean, I can't call in the morning. You might got me on the list for 9 in the morning. I can't call in the morning. My girl at work. I need to be on the joint later on type shit.
Better call somebody.
So
If you get 9 o'clock, that's all
yeah,
you get.
typically. But you know, if a nigga is alright with you trying to get on the phone at a later time and things like that or whatever, or can schedule it in a way, give somebody else that morning slot or whatever, put me in that slot, you know, it works out.
Right.
But yeah, if you're in that type of situation, nah, you better not double click. You better not.
So,
Niggas get killed over phones, bro. Especially the ones on the wall. I ain't talking about cell phones. That's what they got now. That's what's heavy now. Niggas get killed over them phones on the wall, yo.
That's crazy. So now, what he told you couldn't use the phone, he tried to...
Nobody never told me I can't use no phone.
Okay.
They just would tell me you can use it at this time is what, you know what I mean? I don't know if that sounds retarded or what, but ain't nobody never told me I can't use no phone. They was just like, look,
listen,
you know what I mean? It's a line, bro.
Listen,
it's a line.
Motherfucker, let you know real quick. Look, bro, I know you strong. I know you think you are who you are, where you from, and I get it. But don't think you bigger than the program, my nigga.
No. And let's put this in perspective too. That was when I was in receiving. That was the beginning of the bid.
Right.
I didn't know no better. This is the way it goes. I'm learning. I went along with the program. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? As the bid continued on, you know, I'm going from spot to spot to spot. I already know what time it is and how niggas is acting and everything. You know, certain spots I wound up running the phone my damn self. You know, one spot in particular was out in the 757 that I was in.
Okay.
And on this particular joint, it was 5 phones on the wall. But because this was the 757, there's not a lot of Richmond dudes out there.
Right.
It was Bloods and it was Crips and things, and Muslim, but they all from 757 area code. So the way they did the phones was, one phone was Hampton, one phone was Portsmouth, one phone was Norfolk, one phone was Chesapeake, and the other phone was like a Crip phone. Because the Bloods and stuff, no, I'm lying. The Bloods did have a phone. And that particular spot, it was no Richmond line because it was no Richmond niggas out there.
Exactly. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And what happened was with me, I wound up, I've always, for whatever reason, not because I'm affiliated or nothing like that, but I've always happened to get along a lot better with Crips than any other gang that's in the prison system. So the Crips put me in their line.
Okay.
And when you're in a line, you actually have a lot more access to the phones than just being a straggler asking, hey, can y'all fit me in? Can I use the call? So when you're in the line, you can use it. Okay. And what actually wound up happening was the couple of Crips that was on that particular pod, they wound up getting transferred off on different times, one after the other. And because I was already in that line, I just took the phone over when they all left. Exactly. And then that became my phone line. So then niggas had to ask me, could they get on the phone?
So now, how long is receiving? Couple weeks? Couple months?
Receiving is typically supposed to be, at that time, it was supposed to be no more than 30 to 60 days.
Okay.
I was on receiving for about 4 months.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Sheesh. And you can get mail in, mail out.
You can get mail, but you can't get, like, you know, when you're in receiving, you're separated from general population, for one.
Okay. So
everything that's offered to general population, as far as you buying your sweatsuits, your sneakers, your Scullies, your long johns, your jeans, your whatever, you can't get that in receiving.
Okay.
You got to work off what the state gives you. Only thing you're allowed to buy in receiving is commissary.
Okay. Now I know from doing research, you have went through something along your journey with your hair.
Right. Correct.
Now, was this in receiving or was this in?
I was definitely in receiving.
So in receiving, you gotta everybody with hair. Well, so explain how it goes in Virginia with hair coming in braids, dreads, all hair.
So I don't know what year they made this rule, but in Virginia, at the time that I came in, you could not have hair on your head more than a half of inch. You could not have facial hair. That shit you got on your face right now, not going on. Your face will be looking like mine.
They making me cut my beard though.
Everything.
Why?
It's not allowed.
Why?
I don't have those answers. I'm just telling you, it's not allowed.
I would look like a raisin. I can't be out there looking
What they said, if it's, you can have a mustache.
What?
But as far as a beard is concerned, well, you know what? I'm lying because no. The way you got it cut right now with the line under here, that's dead. You got to have it grow all the way up to your neck. Like it's got to be the natural beard line to actually have. But you cannot grow it out.
Right.
It could probably be that length and that's it. But it's got to come all the way down here.
Right.
The line you got on it right now, take that off.
On your head.
Inch of hair on your head. Now.
Your dress was.
Well, I'm a Rastafarian.
Right.
I've been forever and ever and ever.
Okay.
At the time I was incarcerated, my dreads was down to my calves.
When I left, your hair was to your waistline.
It was down to my calves when I got locked up.
Sheesh.
So, all through the jail, county and everything, niggas was telling me like, yo, when you get the receiver, they gonna cut that shit off. I'm telling man, fuck you. I'm a Rasta, real blood clot. You know what I mean? I'm gonna deal with none of that.
Right.
So, I'm thinking to myself like, nah, they ain't gonna fuck with me because I'm not just growing dreads. It's part of my religion.
Right.
Because they carry it like a religion.
Right, exactly.
And when I got there, first thing they did with everybody that got off the bus is take us right to the barber. Before they dress you out, before they do any of that, take you to the barber. And this ain't no barber that's gonna like give you no fade and he's going you know what I mean? So when I seen that shit, I said, oh hell no, you got me fucked up. You got me all the way fucked up.
Oh shit.
Nah, I'm not doing that. So, when we got there, they took us all in there. Obviously, I'm letting everybody go in front of me. They like looking at me like, you ready? I'm like, hell no, you go ahead. You go ahead. When they got to me, they were like, all right, come on, you gotta get that shit off your head. I'm like, nah. Go call the captain, sergeant, lieutenant, whoever you need to call. I'm not cutting my hair. It's fucking crazy as hell. Now, and I did that because at the time I knew that when they made that law, they also had a spot for Rastafarians. Now, mind you, this is way out in the mountains.
Right.
But they had a special pod for dudes.
Okay.
That wouldn't cut their hair. Now you're gonna be segregated. You're gonna be in the hole. You're gonna be away from general. It's gonna be a hard bid. But I knew that they had that.
Okay.
So in my mind, I'm thinking, well, shit. I probably wound up just having to go there. It's a place called Wallens Ridge.
Okay.
It's a level 5, maximum security. VA only got 2 maximum security. No, I'm sorry.
That's Sussex 1.
That's the one that I left from. VA got 3.
Red Onion.
Red Onion. That's the super max.
I heard that.
Then you got Wallens Ridge and Sussex 1.
I heard Red Onion give it up.
Red Onion is the super max.
So they get it popping up there.
That shit is like Virginia 80X. Red Onion is the super max. Then you got Wallens Ridge and Sussex 1. They just a step above, under, still the same, but a step under. Anyhow, I knew they had a spot at Wallens Ridge that allowed rosters and things to keep their hair, but you have to go out there. Mm-hmm. So in my mind, I'm thinking, all right, I guess that's what I'm gonna have to do.
Okay.
So I'm bucking. I ain't cutting my shit. Crazy as hell. Man, the motherfucker got on this little thing right here, the little radio. I don't know what the fuck he said, but 6 or 7 COs that was twice my size. I mean, big motherfucking white boys, big country white boys. Chest is out the head, arms swole. Maybe they got on small shirts.
Turtles.
I don't know, but their arms look like they this fucking big.
The Turtles.
Turtle Squad. They come through the joint. They threatening to put hands on me to hold me down and cut my shit and all that. I'm like, listen, man, we ain't even got to go through all that. I don't want to go through all that, but I'm telling you,
right?
This is my religion. It's not happening. So after pleading with the captain that was there, talking to him reasonably, he said, all right, you know what, I got a place for you. Don't even worry about it. They put me in the hole. I didn't know that's what they was going to do. I thought they was going to, separate me for a day or two and say, all right, well, we're gonna send you here. Nah, they put me in the hole, my nigga.
And how long did that last for?
45 days.
45 days in the hole.
Well, it lasted 45 days because I was holding out. They kept coming back. You know, they come to you once a week. You ready to cut your hair? Nah, I ain't ready to cut my hair. Shit me, nigga. You know, everything when you're in receiving, man. Anything that you get in an argument with motherfuckers, the COs, shit me, man. Get me the fuck off of this joint, man. I'm tired. Send me off where I'm going. Right. So I'm in that mind state. I'm seeing whatever. I'm new. I'm seeing, you know, what everybody else doing. Yeah, shit me, nigga. What the fuck, man? Get me off of this bitch. Yeah, all right. They ain't do that. You still got to go through classification.
You over this level.
You know, you got, and you know,
like that. You got to pop off.
That postpones the classification process. You know, that's why I said it usually takes 30 to 60 days.
Right.
Well, I'm postponing that 30 to 60 days because I'm bucking in the hole. I don't want to cut my hair. Well, after that, yeah, it was 40. That's light.
Month and a half.
That's light, but for a nigga just coming into prison like that, I didn't even get the general population yet. I didn't even get to a cell yet. I'm straight into the hole from the barber shop.
Yeah, this is
right off the bus to the hole.
Is this a no shower hole? Is this a?
No, you get a shower every 3 days.
Every 3 days. Okay.
You get a shower every 3 days, but you're not coming out your cell. You know what I mean? You're only getting one call a week. They rolling the phone to you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You're not leaving the cell.
Okay, so day 45. What happened day 45?
Day 45, they let me out and put me into receiving population, not general population, but receiving population.
Okay.
And that's what started my classification process.
No haircut.
Yeah, now I got a haircut. So
no, fuck that. Don't jump past the haircut. Tell me about the fucking haircut. I need to know. I need to know about this haircut.
So, you know, like I said, they come every week. You ready to cut your hair? You ready to cut your hair? Nah, I'm not ready to cut my hair. Fuck y'all. Send me off of here. Send me to where I need to go. I'm not knowing this is hindering my classification process. They really be wanting to wait you out.
Right.
See, like, is this nigga serious or what? After about 90 days, they'll probably ship you off. But that's a hard 90 days, bro.
Yes.
Anyway, so, you know, what happens is in receiving, you have a counselor that's what's the word I'm looking for? He is delegated to a certain part of the receiving population. So you might have 2 or 3 counselors, but they each work with a certain pod or whatever. They do all the work for they the ones that classify you. They the ones that determine your security level, where you're gonna go to, things of that nature. Mm-hmm. Well, my process had never started because I was in the hole. Okay. So, other than the COs that would come by and ask me if I'm ready to cut my hair, the counselor that I was supposed to be assigned to would come through maybe every 2-3 weeks, just to ask me a couple questions.
Mm-hmm. Making sure your mental straight.
That too, but I guess just to get general information because he knows you can't be back here forever.
Right.
We got to send you off, whether it be in 90 days or 120 days. We got to send you off, so I need some information from you. Well, what happened was, as he was coming back there hollering at me, you know, he was on some listen. And I kind of got a gist of who he was by talking to other dudes that was in the hole. He was like, yo, you know, that nigga right there, that's who you need to be talking to because he the one that's going to determine where you go to, blah, 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 type shit.
Okay.
Mind you, I'm new, I don't know.
Put you on, right.
So when he comes through and he's hollering at me, I'm asking him, I'm like, listen, man, let's talk turkey. All right, so I already know, you know, my levels are gonna be high. You know, when you score me, so I already know I'm scoring up high. Is there any way possible, or anything that I can do that allows me to alleviate going to the mountains? You know, Virginia has the central region, the eastern region, and the western region. The western region is mountaintops. That's where Wildlands Ridge, Red Onion, Pocahontas, Keene Mountain, Augusta, all of them big places that you heard about is all in the western region.
Far as fuck.
All right, so far as fuck, 6 hours away. So I'm like, yo, listen, is there any way that, you know, I can alleviate going out there? He was like, besides cutting your hair? I'm like, yeah, besides cutting my hair. So he's like, well, I tell you what, you cut your hair, and I'll be sure not to send you out to the western region, because they got other spots that you can go to in the central region, which, or the, not the eastern, but the central region.
He came with
that shenanigans. Because in my mind, I'm thinking like, well, damn. First and foremost, like I said, when I got locked up, well, when I even took that plea deal, like I said earlier, all that was going through my mind was my kids and seeing them again. So in that hole, I'm thinking like, damn, I'm going to watch my kids grow up in pictures. I'm not even going to be able to see them if I go out to the western region. Ain't nobody driving 6 hours to come see me. Plus my kids are little.
The weather different out there.
It snows sideways.
The weather different out there. Yeah.
And you're going uphill, uphill.
Yeah.
So he gave me that type of deal. He said, listen,
cut your hair, I'll hold you down.
Cut your hair, and I'll make sure you go to one of these spots around here. You'll be an hour away from your family. Da 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 da. You know, obviously that took a little bit to swallow, but I said bet. Because my kids was first and foremost in my mind. Okay. At least I'll be able to watch them or see them from visiting rooms and things like that. Okay. All right, so that was my mindset. So I said, all right, whatever time, the next time the motherfucker came through, said, yo, look, you ready to cut your hair? I said, yeah, man, I'm cutting my hair. What? Yeah, let's do it. Cut my hair. They put me in the.
That first feel.
I don't even want to talk about that.
You were growing your
that
hair.
Was heartbroken. 20 years, bro. Like
bro.
23 years.
Now, I know from knowing you personally, and then from Rasta being your religion, how would you maintain your diet in there? What was you eating?
Nothing. Beans. Whatever vegetables they could put on the tray. I mean, I'm not like a, and have never been a strict Ras. I'm Ras, but I still eat fish and chicken.
Right.
You know what I mean? But prison don't serve chicken, and you got to buy fish off commissary.
Right.
In the hole, I'm not even going to commissary.
Right. You back there starving.
Starving, bro. I don't even know what the fuck they serving us. Whatever meat it is, I'm not eating. So I'm eating everything else off the tray. I'm eating the bread. I'm eating the beans. I'm eating the oversaturated, overcooked, or undercooked vegetables. You know what I mean? I'm eating the little cake or whatever that they got. Da da da. It was a hard bid, bro. It was a hard bid. I'm not going to commissary back there. I can't buy my mackerels and sardines and tuna and shit like that. You know what I mean?
So you cut your hair.
So I cut my hair. They get me out of there. They put me in the joint. 2 months later, they shipped me off. They shipped me off to the western region where he said he wasn't going to send me.
Get the fuck out of here.
They sent me out there anyway.
Get the fuck. I thought he was a stand-up.
Man, the motherfucker tricked me, bro.
That's crazy.
He sent me out to the mountains anyway. So
but
you know
it was better.
How?
As far as like commissary and.
Well, yeah. It's better than being in the hole.
Right.
But my point of view was the kids. Like I'm out now 6 hours away. What you told me. This was our agreement. You didn't hold tight.
You bitch ass nigga. You bitch ass nigga. I thought we was going nigga.
Man, the nigga sent me out there, man, 6 hours away. I started at a spot called King Mountain. I went from King Mountain to Pocahontas. And then from Pocahontas, I worked my way back down to the central region.
And this was all level 3 spots?
No, King Mountain was a level 4. I started at a level 4. And then I dropped to a level 3. I stayed on a level 3 for the majority of my bid.
Now these is dorm settings?
No,
rooms?
No, cell blocks.
2-man rooms, 3-man rooms?
2-man rooms, all cell blocks. 2-man rooms and cells so small you can reach out with both arms and touch both walls.
Now, what was the intensity level inside the spot? Inside these spots, these level 4s?
You mean as far as like violence is concerned and everything? Oh, it's at its top. It's at its peak. These are lifers, man. You're in here bidding with niggas that got double, triple, quadruple lives in hundreds of years and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm coming in here with, I mean, you come in here, I had that, but they didn't give it to me. But You come in there with 20, 30 years, man. Them niggas is looking at you, calling you short timer.
Short timer.
You know what I'm saying?
I got this segment that I created called "Let's Walk the Yard."
Let's walk the yard.
Let's walk the yard.
All right.
Now, would you rather bid with a celly or no celly?
No celly. I actually did 5 years with no celly.
5 years no celly.
Yeah.
So now, even though you out in the spot where you have no alliances, no allegiances, you know your celly would tend to be that person that you lock in with.
Right.
You'd rather not have that.
Well, see, this is my thing, right? I don't need alliances, for one. I've been a one-man army my whole life.
Say that.
I don't look for alliances. I build friendships and things like that with people just off of the strength of who I am. It's a respect level. I respect others, they respect me. Everybody that I've run across and come across in prison respect me for the way that I move, respect me for the way that I talk, respect me for the way that I carry one another, and respect me for the way that I respect others. So I've never had problems on no disrespect shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then too, when it come down to just issues and problems that you may have with a nigga, I don't never look for another nigga to solve my problems anyway.
Celly be dirty as shit, nigga. Don't
and I don't like
shit.
that.
Yeah,
you know, in prison, I developed a thing called OCD. I'm sure people know what that is, but like in prison, it's to the fucking max.
Word.
And I don't like dealing with other people's shit.
Okay. Now, would you rather do your bid with a female around with you or no?
With a female riding with me?
Yes. That's another, you know.
That's a whole nother can of worms, man. Because I did both, you know, and ain't nothing like company. You know, when you can get on that phone at any point in time of the day, or you know, and just escape from the world that you're living in right now to be like, baby this, baby that, you know, tell me about your day, and everything's all good and lovely, and you can go lay down and fantasize about how it's going to be when you come home with y'all and all that bullshit. You know what I mean? And that's lovely. You know what I mean? A lot of time that shit takes up a lot of time. You know, and when I say takes up a lot of time, I mean takes up a lot of time out your day.
Right.
And before you know it, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months done passed that you've been dealing with a chick on a scheduled day-to-day basis.
And it gives you the ability to dream.
Yeah.
Beyond the walls.
Exactly. Now, with that being said, the flip side, you know, not having that, it's cool too, because you can focus more on yourself. You can focus on getting things done. If you're a person that likes to get things done, like I've always been a person that like to get things done. I like to learn. I like to read. I like to write. I like to create things, build things. I mean, you know, I like to think. You know what I mean? And when you're tied into a relationship, prison relationship, a lot of times you don't have a lot of time for yourself to really, even though you're in prison, you're thinking about her and other shit that goes on with her and things like. So you're not really focusing on the things that's going on with you and yourself. You're killing a lot of time, for real. It wasn't until I really got out of those type of situations that I started writing my books. I started building my podcast. I started learning more, reading more. Started, you know what I mean, like building more with myself. That was when I didn't have nobody in my life to fucking call all day, every goddamn day. I could build more on myself. So it's a win in both categories.
So 50-50 with that one.
Yeah, I guess.
Alright.
Don't get me wrong though. It's great to have somebody that might hold you down.
Because I did.
They put money on the books. Because I did coming to visit and.
Because I did both, and it is things that come with both.
Yeah, it is.
It's things that come with having a lady. you tend to find yourself like, yeah, what the fuck? Yo, I'm not home. Like I'm not home. I'm not your. But like my shorty was coming to see me every month. You know what I'm saying? So it was.
But you know what the downside though is? When you got the female, it's like when they don't answer the phone, now your mind is wandering. Like, damn, bitch, where you at? What you doing? Who you with?
Yo,
and you racking your brain. Like you go to bed and if you ain't talk to that chick that night, and you go to bed.
Automatically.
Oh my God, you're on the phone. As soon as the phone's cut on, you on that joint.
I seen motherfuckers.
Where you at? Where you was doing that? Why you ain't answer the phone?
Morning.
Man, come on, man.
I seen motherfuckers 5:30 in the morning run to that phone.
It's the worst thing imaginable. I ain't never want to be that dude. I said, I'll never be that dude. That shit is embarrassing to me.
Hell no. Alright. Would you rather have visits or money sent to you?
It depends who it is. Like visits, like when you talking about visits, I want to see my kids, bro. That's like all I wanted to see was my children. I'm a father, man. I was a father before I got locked up. And when I say father, I ain't talking about just a sperm donor. Like, I was a father, my nigga. My kids mean the world to me. Everything. And always have been, always will. I wanted visits from them. You know what I'm saying? Anybody else was just whatever, man. It's always great to see your homies show up for you. You know what I mean? Especially, you know, when you get to thinking, like, you know, the type of sacrifices you may have made for your homies and everything like that. So to see a nigga come show up and all that, that definitely means a lot. You know what I mean? It definitely means a lot. But don't get me fucked up. Like, that money means a lot too. Like, you know what I mean? You ain't gotta. It's a give or take. Like, look, bro, you ain't gotta show up or whatever. Send a nigga a package or something. Right. And then on the flip side of that is, yo, you ain't gotta send no package or nothing. Come show up, nigga.
So it's safe to say the youngins was the baseline more so of where your stresses were.
They was They were my focus on making it home safely, making it home without having to do more time. Making it home to them was my focus throughout my whole prison bid. Like, anything that came up as far as like contraband situations or doing something that you know could get you some more time or anything out of the ordinary, my kids always came to my mind first. Like, damn, if I get caught up and get an extra year or two, not only is that going to hurt me, but how much is that going to hurt my children?
You can't even look at that good time date because I'm active.
Nah, exactly.
I'm active.
Exactly.
I ain't turning down no fights. I'm smoking whatever weed come down the line.
Yeah.
If hoops get here, I'm drinking. Like, and that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying?
And look, trust, I am not saying like I'm sitting here being no goody two shoes or nothing like that either, because I'm with the shit totally. I'm not letting nobody disrespect. I'm not letting nobody take nothing. I'm not letting nobody talk reckless. None of that type of shit. And I'm going to use the phone, as a matter of fact. And
I'm getting that phone. Fuck you talking about?
Yeah, but you know, as far as with the extracurricular shit and all of that, I'm probably not with it. Like, I ain't gonna risk that. You know, it's not even.
Yeah, you rather you was a outside nigga that walked the yard, or you more so play the unit?
Nah, I walk the yard every morning. I'm on the yard first thing. I'm out there with the weights. I'm out there with the pull-up bar, the dip bar. I'm getting niggas right. You know what I mean? That's what I do. I'm out on the yard. Every time they pop the door open, I'm outside.
Right.
You know, I've been on spots where you don't even go outside all the time. So when the door open, you either going out or you're going to stay in the building. I'm outside. Every time that door open, I'm out.
Okay. You ever been involved in any like riots, any uprisings?
I seen them. You know, I seen them. I ain't been involved in them because I'm not affiliated.
So being that you was up in the mountains of Virginia.
Yeah.
Tell me about the racism that's been hit that you've seen firsthand.
Oh my God, man! Them joints is run.
I know you've seen some.
Yeah, they'll kill you. They will kill you and cover it up. Say you had a medical emergency, or say you committed suicide, or some shit like that. They will actually murder you out there, man. They call you boy, nigga. They look at you all crazy, tugging. Pull your pants up, boy.
Nigga, they call you nigga.
Yeah.
Shit.
They call you all out your name, and they gonna call you whatever they want to call you, and they do that to incentivize you to talk back.
So they can fuck you up.
So they can fuck you up. The joint one of the joints I was at Pocahontas. They had this spot. They call it the bathroom. It's like a closed off section of, aside from the hole, but it's a shower. It's like a shower room. And they will cuff you to the shower and beat your ass in there. Literally. Not even cuff behind your back and all. No, they gonna cuff you to the shower.
Beat the ribs up.
Beat the brakes off your ass. They're gonna take turns.
Sheesh.
And then they're gonna put you in the hole, so you can't make no calls, you can't write no letters, you can't do nothing to tell anybody where you're at and what you just went through. They'll wait till you heal up to bring you out. If you heal up, they've killed people back there. And look, let me say this too, because you mentioned racism and stuff, because they definitely do that to us.
Right.
But truth be told, they ain't got no cut card. They beat up white boys too. All it takes is for you to get out of order, man. Especially like white boys that you know, the white boys act like they black. They think they GDs or this, that, and the third. They hang with niggas. They grew up with niggas or whatever. They got the nigga swag or the white boy nigga swag.
Right.
They fucking, they hate them more than they hate us. Word. And they will fuck you up, man. I seen them drag niggas down the tear, down the stairs. Old people, old white men, old niggas, young niggas. They make examples. They definitely make examples, man. And they known for it. When you go out to that western region, you already know in your mind when you get out there and look. And the first thing they tell you when you get off the bus, mind you, they all chew tobacco and shit. Redneck motherfuckers, they spit that shit. They tell you first thing when you get off the bus, don't look at our women.
Motherfuckers smoke that shit.
Don't look at our women.
They smoke that shit.
You hear me? They tell you, do not look at our women. And then when they get you back there to the part where they gotta strip you down and put your clothes on, they tell you, turn around, spread your butt cheeks. First time the nigga said that to me, I said, what? What the fuck he said? I couldn't even understand what he said. I didn't know what the fuck he said. He said, turn around, spread your legs, spread your butt cheeks. Shit. I said, what the fuck did you just say to me?
So
I'm thinking in my mind, like, nigga, I ain't never seen this hole back here. You talking about spread my...
So definitely the Western region compared to Central region. That's
Western region critical, man. It's critical, but it's critical because we're outnumbered for one. It's all like the administration out there is all like redneck, old school, what they call them, good old boys type shit, and most of them is related. And they go from one prison to the next. You know, you might leave Wildlands Ridge, go to Red Onion. You might leave Red Onion, go to Pocahontas. They all family orientated, and they all know each other. So you fuck up in one joint, you go to another one. They waiting for you. They already know what they're gonna do to you when you get there. Type shit. You already on a red list, a hot list.
Already know.
Yeah, we're gonna fuck your ass up. We're gonna make your bid as hard and excruciating as possible.
Alright, so let me ask you this. Okay, let's change lanes for a little bit. Now I know. When I met you, we had the record label going on. We had Dangerous Records.
Yes.
Then after that, you was DJ for show.
Yes.
You had a nice buzz going with that. You was doing your thing with the music shit.
Yes.
So now, you have a craving for hip hop.
It's in my blood. It's in my heart. It's in my passion.
How was you satisfying that craving in jail?
It's funny you ask. I couldn't.
Couldn't.
I mean, well, they gave us these tablets, right? When I first got there, they was like little, like an iPhone, like, come on. It was like the size of this, the tablets that we got.
Okay.
And they had like a kiosk in the front of the pod, and you could take the USB cord and you sync up to the kiosk.
Okay.
This company called JPay. And you go on there and you could order music, you know, albums and artists. Every artist you want, they shit is
and
up.
it costs money.
Yeah, like you buy an album, shit that y'all streaming for free and everything like that is costing us like $15. You want the new Drake album, $20. You want the new, you know, Jada or Jay or whoever, like, you know, whatever it is you like to listen to. Right. Even the old shit.
And they had a good selection.
Yeah. They got it's like iTunes. You know what I mean? You get pretty much anything you want. A lot of stuff is not on there, but
so you plug your headphones into the tablet.
You plug your USB to the tablet.
After you download the music, you plug your headphones into this tablet.
Yeah, and that's the music that you own.
Okay.
Yep. So that's the only connection I had
Did
to.
you get instrumentals of this tablet?
Yeah, they got instrumentals and shit up
Okay.
there. At one point in time, they even had like mixtapes and stuff. You know, mixtapes is my thing. I grew up on the underground shit, man. I love Clue, Doo-Wop, K-Slay, you know, all the Green Lantern, all that shit. I grew up on mixtapes and shit. Even artist mixtapes when they started doing them and everything like that.
Right.
That's what we was doing, mixtapes.
Mixtapes, right.
So that's always been my thing. So at one point in time, you could even get mixtapes and shit off of there.
No radio stations.
Well, in the I don't know what the radio stations were in the mountains out there. They only had like country stations.
Because we didn't get, like the feds, we didn't get, I went musicless for like 3 years.
Yeah, so
what I'm saying?
like as far as radio stations are concerned, I didn't get good radio stations till I went out to the 757 at that joint where I was saying that I was running the phone thing or whatever. Like
So-
they had some dope stations.
So
I was getting the Breakfast Club and all of that.
What artists or what artists, different artists, got you through your bid? I ain't gonna hold you. Jeezy.
Jeezy got you through yours?
Jeezy, let me tell you something. Jeezy, that fucking Yo Gotti.
Yeah. See, I didn't fall for that.
Cause we was getting the albums and shit. I ain't gonna hold you. Jeezy had me ready to come home and sell some coke. I was ready to come home. And sell some coke.
Well, for me, like I'm East Coast to the heart. I don't even really listen and indulge into the Southern rap and stuff like that. It's a couple of dudes that I like, just on the lyrical tip, but I'm not buying they shit. You know what I mean? So the shit that I was getting was like old school J, D Block, Mobb Deep, Beanie Siegel, Big. You know what I mean?
Right.
My whole tablet, niggas used to call my shit the throwback tablet type shit. You know what I mean? I got all the music when East Coast was really running the show. Like I had all of that. That's what I used to vibe
All
off
that
of.
early 90s.
All the new shit I really wasn't up on because I wasn't hip, for one thing, to what was coming out and who was dope and things like that. So I didn't really start catching on to newer shit till later on in the bid. And a lot of shit is crazy because a lot of the motherfuckers that I catch on to be dead by the time I catch on to them.
Right.
The way these niggas is getting killed now.
Right. Okay, so now I'm gonna compare the feds to the state real quick. When you pull up, the bus pull up to the spot, you get seen by SIS first. That's the gang. That's the little investigation inside the investigations. You step on the tier. You identify with who you running with,
Yeah.
and you got 30 days to produce paperwork.
Right.
Was that a thing in the state prison in Virginia? Did you have to produce paperwork?
Absolutely not.
No paperwork.
No paperwork. Not unless, no paperwork. If you are a gang member, other gang members are gonna check you. They want to know what line you from, who's your big homie. They're gonna call back home. They're gonna do all of that type
Nobody's
of
asking to
shit.
see if you snitched on your case.
No.
Or if you pedophile.
No.
Excuse me. If you got any type of sexual assault cases.
No. What actually happens is most times, especially when it comes to the pedophiles or the chomos is what we call them, the child molesters and rapists and things like that. A lot of times, and I mean, I'm sure this was in the feds too. A lot of times, man, even though you can't judge a book by its cover, man, you know, you can tell a lot of times what a motherfucker's in here for.
Man.
And you know, a lot of times dudes be so fucking curious when you don't know. They silly will do something like when they go to the shower or something, may pull their ID card, write their number down type shit, and then get on the phone and have somebody look them up. And once they find out where they from, then they informing everybody else and things like that. So it's pretty much well known and established who's who and what you here for and things like that.
30 days. In the feds, you got.
But they don't do that in the state.
And you will get packed up. You know what I'm saying? Yo, my lawyer said it's on the way. Well, get it from the hole. You know what I'm saying? Or yo, we read it, hey bro, you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You got rolled. Or dude be like, yo, there y'all check paperwork, and he like, alright, me go get my shit, and he gone. You know what I'm saying?
That's a well known though.
Yeah.
You know, but in the state, at least in Virginia, they not on that. They not on that. But they're gonna find out what you did.
They're gonna find out
what you're here for, who you're affiliated with, where you're from, and things like that. Like that's gonna come out anyway. And if your shit is, funny or leery, especially if you fall in that category of what we just mentioned,
Right.
You're gonna get treated different.
Right.
But a lot of times, like, if you ain't right as far as snitching goes and things like that, niggas ain't doing nothing to you. They might call you that in an argument. Yo, you snitch ass motherfucker. But they not doing nothing to you.
So seeing the hip hop game when we was in it, and you was in it before me. The hip hop game before we was a part of it, to when we were a part of it, to when we had to watch it because we couldn't be a part of it because we was in prison. And seeing now that snitching is such a major thing, what is your standpoint on snitching in hip hop right now?
I'm old school, bro. Like, I'm old school rules, man. I got morals, principles, shit that I go to bat for, shit that I will and have given my life for. And it's not something that sits well with me. I think it goes a lot further than just hip hop is concerned. It's just, hip hop comes from the street.
Right.
What goes on in the street kind of makes its way into hip hop. And it just so happens that, the era that I come from, a nigga gonna bust your head wide open for snitching. If a nigga come to the block or is known as, yo, you ain't right and shit, niggas is not fucking with him. Like, you gonna get ostracized and ran out of here and everything like that.
Right.
It seems to me now, a nigga could be snitching and come right back home and be right amongst the same niggas that he left. And when you pull one of them niggas to the side, like, yo, this nigga ain't right, they gonna be like, shit, he ain't telling me though.
He ain't telling me.
They
had a,
you know what I mean? Like, nothing. There's no repercussions to this shit no more. Niggas ain't getting their head split open. That's why they continue to do this shit.
They had a little saying down there in Richmond when I was coming through the jail system. Telling a friend do less than 10. Telling your crew for they do it to you. Telling the crew for they do it to you. Telling the friend get less than 10. Some shit like that.
It's crazy because I heard a joint about the feds. They said the only people in the feds, 50% of them didn't tell. The other 50% wish they did.
Hey, yo, no bullshit. It's no bullshit, right? It's a nigga running around Jersey right now. I was in the feds, but we was in Fort Dix together. And it wound up coming out that he was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I found out some fucked up things about him, and I kind of took a liking to him. It's just kind of like a regular thing. But we was spinning the yard one day, and he told me, he said, yo, it's two different type of people in here, bro. He said, niggas that told,
niggas that wish they
and
did.
niggas that wish they told.
Exactly.
I said, bro, I ain't tell, and I don't wish I motherfucking told. So I don't know. I'm part of that third category.
Listen, man, I've heard that joint. I've heard that joint, and doing state bids and stuff, doing the time that I've done, and that, you run across people that did Fed bids and stuff like that. They here in the state now. They tell you the same shit all the time. Like, man, nigga, motherfuckers in the fucking feds wishing they would have told, man.
And see, like, also too, big shout to your podcast, Truth Behind the Walls.
Yeah. Beyond these walls.
Truth Beyond These Walls. Big shout to your podcast, right? And I always say what we do is a little different from what anybody else do, because here it is, I'm sitting here interviewing a man that the feds tried to get me to flip on. And this man can sit here and tell you that it was never a thing with me, and it was never a thing with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you've seen pictures of me in your lineup just as well as I've seen pictures of you in my little lineups.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? How our cases is so synonymous to each other, and how we met through disloyalty. We gained loyalty from lines of hella different lines of disloyalty. You know what I'm saying? And I took my hat to you, bro. I always told you, bro. I always. Like, when I first came, real the sidebar, when I came down to Virginia, I met a nigga named Lamar. Lamar introduced me to D. D introduced me to Randy. Randy introduced me to Hoya. And then it was like, yo, it's a nigga that we all fuck with, but you can't meet him yet. I can't meet him yet. The fuck are you talking about? Yo, and when you do meet him, don't say nothing.
Fuck you mean by that?
The fuck you mean don't say nothing? Yo, he don't like people. So you can't do too much because he, you know what I'm saying? Just don't say nothing. Is this nigga like 8 feet tall or some shit? Like I'm confused. Like,
They was
alright,
painting
you know
the
what?
picture for you.
Yeah, like, alright, this nigga gotta be fucking 7 feet, 380 pounds. Alright, cool. Hey yo, we about to go to the store and meet him, but you gotta just chill, make sure you. Bro, what are all these fucking disclaimers? Just let's go meet, like, what the fuck? Like, come on, bro, like, what the fuck?
Nigga had cushions, B.
Yeah.
Don't just bring nobody over here to me, man.
And then when we finally met, I'm like, he ain't not that big. Like, why everybody saying why he ain't that big? You know what I'm saying? And then it was just like, alright. Watched you, you know what I'm saying? Watched how you move, seeing everybody moved around you. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom. Just seeing the little shit you had going on, the moves you was making. And that night we was in the studio and we was rapping our fucking ass off. And I jumped in and me and you went about 300 rounds, my nigga.
Yeah.
That was an amazing night.
I remember that like it was yesterday.
I remember that shit like it was last night. That was an amazing night in the studio. You know what I'm saying?
Me, you, and salute to my nigga Big Ron. You know what I mean?
Salute to the homie Big Ron. We had an amazing night in the studio. That was a good night in wrestling, man. That was a good night. That was an amazing night. That was a night of love, unity, and relation. And the bond was built that night.
Yeah. You know what's crazy though? Like when you speak of that, it's not a thing of where like you can. I always pride myself on being a good judge of character, right? And that's why I used to tell all my niggas that was around me, don't be bringing nobody here to meet me. Like, I don't give a fuck who it is.
Right.
Don't bring nobody around me, bro. I'm not here to meet people. I don't want to meet people. I'm good where I'm at. I'm not looking for no outside sources to do business with, nothing. I'm good. Like, don't bring nobody around me. And I'm pretty sure that's why they acted the way they acted when you met them. And not only that, but you know, I took care of a lot of people. You know what I mean? I put people in positions. I fed people. I allowed them to put people in positions and things like that. And I think that because they realized what they may be, they've seen me lash out on folks who don't do what I ain't gonna say don't do what I say do, but
expect them to do.
Expect them to do and break the rules type shit. They've seen me kind of put the clamps down on people, and I don't think anybody wanted to be a part of that. So they was like, you know what I mean? Before I take you to see anybody,
I
gotta make sure everything's cool because I don't want to be ostracized or let out of the situation that I'm in. Nigga taking care of me.
Get my water turned off real quick.
Right. You ain't gonna want to turn my water off, man. Turn the lights out and shit.
I want to turn the lights out.
So I think that's why it was like a cushion there, a layer there for niggas that was, you know, kind of like, look, man, you know, I don't know, but I don't know how that worked. I mean, you got to tell that story. I'm just saying, I just know that to be true because niggas wouldn't bring nobody around me like I asked them to. You know what I mean?
Niggas definitely,
and
that's held that up.
The niggas that was around me at the time, I kept close to me. The niggas that you're talking about, I kept close to me. They were my reach outs, my go-tos, my this, that, and the third. Even though I had plenty of other people to do whatever, but these were my go-tos and stuff. And the people that were maybe somewhat kind of closest to me, they probably felt like, you know, I ain't bringing a nigga around here. So when it did happen that night, you know, that particular night that you speak of, it was a shock for one to me because, for one, I don't be having new people around me. So just a new person around me that I felt like, damn, I'm like rubbing elbows and shit with this nigga right here. We kind of like bumping shoulders and shit, but on the same type vibe. This nigga from Jersey City, I'm from Newark, East Orange. So we already got that connection.
You got that connection, right?
You know, the hip hop shit is what we doing. You obviously came with the hip hop shit. That's why a nigga even brought you up there. It's like, yo, my man right here be spitting. He nice. You should check him out.
Right.
We happen to be in a session that night. You know, drinking, smoking, and we rocking. Instrumentals is playing.
Yes.
You know, everything's going on.
Rest in peace, Chad.
So it was kind of dope, and I guess my nigga kind of timed it perfectly, so to speak, and brought you in the midst of maybe my comfortability in an open lane.
I'm gonna create the atmosphere
to be like, yo,
right.
I'm gonna bring you up here, but it's on you type shit.
Work the room, nigga. Work the room when you get there. Work the room, nigga.
So, you know, when you came up and nigga introduced you and shit, I don't even remember how that was, if I was standoffish or what, I don't remember. But I just know he said, yo, you be spitting. We was already in the midst of a cipher, da-da-da-da-da, and you jumped right in. I was like, what? What? Oh, yeah, you got a few bars and shit. So then, you know, we just started trading jabs and bars and everything like that, and it just turned out to be a good situation. So ever since then, you know, because, you know, prior to then, my nigga didn't even actually tell me who you was, or he didn't give me no heads up, or like, yo, I got this dude that I be with, you know, none of that. So it was a surprise, you know, when he did bring you. And you know, ever since that day, you know, we kind of just connected, you know what I mean? And I seen how genuine you were, sincere you were, how thorough you was, and I appreciated that, because it's so many niggas that want to be a part of something, so many niggas that try to be a part of something, especially a car that's moving. Like, you want to latch yourself onto a car that's moving. You see this shit going in the right direction. You like, yeah, I'm trying to be part of that shit.
Right.
And I can't really say that's what you did. You really just came in on some nigga like, this is what it is. I'm this, I'm that, I'm rocking. What's up? And I was like, yo, I like that. You know what I mean? I like this nigga vibe right here. I like this nigga vibe. So, you know, it just opened up a lane. It opened up a lane to where I figured out, like, you know what? I might have a position or two open here in this little conglomerate I got to bring you a part of it all.
You know my family.
Yeah. That even goes deeper.
That goes deeper than that. Like, wait, you know, like what? Like,
yeah, and that situation dates back like 30 years now.
So it's like, that's another thing. Like, alright, we got another vibe.
I didn't know that at the time, though. That wasn't until later.
That was until later.
You know what I mean? That I found that out. I'm just speaking of, like, initially, you know, meeting you, coming into your presence and whatnot. Like, it was just your vibe. It was just the things that you presented yourself. Like, yo, you know, I like this nigga right here. You know what I mean? I told D, bring him around more.
And for us,
you know what I mean?
And for us to build that bond, build that relationship, and to be on the road doing our positive shit, doing
you know, because from there it stemmed to mad music making, mad traveling, illegal work, everything.
It was like, crazy.
It became a part of the conglomerate.
It was crazy is while we were out and about handling our music shit, we got a phone call. That changed
infamous call.
That changed our lives.
Yeah, definitely changed a lot of everything that was going on. Changed the trajectory.
When you had to go on a run, like, that shit hurt me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think it hurt everybody.
Like, damn, like damn, bro. Like,
so then look, going full circle with what you just said, I guess I don't know if your followers and your viewers are really picking up and keying in on what you're saying right now, but it was because of that situation that caused you to do what you did to actually put yourself in prison.
I'm like, yo, listen, the stores just got hit.
Studios closed, labels shut down, everything
all up in this shit. They got our legal documents all over the fucking place. They know exactly who hang out with this motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? On top of that, somebody robbing us, taking our shit. You know what I'm saying? We gotta make a move to put us back in position.
Yeah.
Which green lighted the push. Yo, let's just get this off. Boom, boom, boom. That's already the business. So we just gonna fall in and have more inventory for the business.
Right.
Boom. That didn't. And then for me to be on the run and to run into you,
That was the humbug. I mean, that was just God's work.
that was God's
At the
work.
end of the day,
Hey,
you know,
yo,
I
no
was just sitting
bullshit.
on the corner of a Springfield. Was it Springfield Ave? What?
Spring for
It
that.
was Springfield Ave.
I
I
felt
was just sitting
hey, yo,
there in
no
my truck,
bullshit.
just roll. It was late at night. I'm ready to go to the Chicken Shack across the street.
Chicken Shack
I'm
across the
parked,
street.
rolling up. You swing by in the car. I'm looking at everything, mind you, because I'm paranoid. I'm on the run. My head is on a swivel anyway.
Right.
Watching everything, hammers under the seat and everything like that, because I don't go nowhere without it.
Nah, we know the shit.
You come by, I don't know it's you. You come by, you know it's me because I'm sitting in my car.
Mm-hmm.
You come by, you see me, you swerve. I immediately see the swerve, like, the fuck? I go down to get the hammer. I put the hammer here, but I'm still rolling, watching. You hop out the joint. I still didn't know it was you.
Right.
So when you hop out and you start approaching me, I'm like, oh.
Here we go. Here we go.
So I pop the door, I pop out with the hammer. You like, yo, it's me, man, it's me. It's me.
I already know what type of time you are. Like, bro, look.
What the fuck is you doing up here, man? Don't you know the whole fucking world looking for you right now?
My nigga.
Yeah, but
I
you
might
know,
have looked like I had it under control, but my nigga, you took so much relief, my nigga. If on some real live G shit, my nigga, I just needed to see somebody.
yeah,
You know what I'm
I know what
saying?
you was going through.
And it was like, oh,
I know what you was
bro,
going through.
like,
I was
my
going
nigga,
through the
like,
same thing.
oh, bro, if I could just, I want to cry with you right, nigga. Oh God, this shit is, yo, we
Mind
is
you,
shit.
I'm
like,
watching you on America's Most Wanted. Internet's new to me at that time. I'm looking through. Well, my nigga got dial-up service where I'm staying, where I'm on the run at. I got the laptop or whatever. I'm looking through that. Your fucking cases is coming up and everything. This nigga, they trying to get. Devion was the only one caught at that time, so they looking for you. They looking for the Spanish kid. They looking for the other kid.
it was.
And
it
I'm
was
like, oh shit.
Like,
And then you pop up on the block.
Cause I know you
right on the block.
Look, anybody I fuck with, I know they plate numbers.
Yeah.
So when I seen
my,
the pickup,
my car wasn't.
so when
my
I
truck
seen the
wasn't
pickup,
hard to recognize.
everybody ain't had no fucking. You driving pickup before
I
pickup
got the
became
big
a thing.
rims on it, the stickers on the side, everything.
When
like
I seen
that.
the truck, I said, "Get the fuck out of here." I said, I also gotta know who I'm walking up on. Yo, bro. Hey, it's me.
I was ready to tear your head off, my
I already
nigga.
know the shit.
Right on Springfield Ave.
That's why I made the introduction. Yo, bro. Let me pull the pooch. Before they was pooch shiesties. Let me put, bro, it's me, nigga. It's me, nigga. What up?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah,
And then I came to you, man. You popped that trunk. He's like, yo, man, I got some things up here. I said, oh, shit. Nigga, you know where we at? Close that trunk. Come me around the corner, man. I'm going to take you over here to my man's spot real quick. We evaluate all of that.
Shit, yo, man.
Yo, you crazy, bro. A trunk full of everything. God damn.
Bro, as soon as I got wind of the first day at Who House, I'm gone. I didn't even tell. I'm out of here. We're not even sitting around waiting for this, bro. We gotta go.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was crazy, man. And for me to have to sit down for that 9.5, come home. Finally, I'm with my nigga Nito. Big shout to my nigga Nito. Me and Nito together. Nito like, yo, I want you to come meet. Cause I'm coming back home. I'm still on the music shit. Yo, I want you to come meet my nigga Dav. He fuck with the beats. Yo,
you talking about when you was up
my
here?
nigga Wayne Flynn, cause that's how me and you got back in touch.
Yeah, exactly.
And he like, all right.
Those my day ones.
So I'm in the studio and shit, listen to the beats, and somehow the topic of Virginia comes up.
Yeah.
I said, whoa, please don't speak on Virginia. I hate Virginia. Don't speak on Virginia at all. It was like, what's up? I'm like, yo, I was down in Richmond for a little bit.
Yeah, he was telling me, he was like, yo, niggas started talking, and I'm hearing like gun store, robbery, Richmond, Lions Den.
I see Dav like this. Dav is zoned the fuck out. He in the zone, like, he went into a drawer, pulled out a CD, put it in.
This you right here?
He said, this you, yo. that shit came on. I'm like, where the fuck you get that from? He like, yo, let me get Truth on the phone right now. Y'all know Truth.
Yeah, them my day ones. I grew them.
Hold up, Sonny. So wait. You what the fuck? Holy shit!
But again, that's just God's work.
That's just God's work.
You know what I mean? That's just
get
God's
on FaceTime with you. Yo, bro, what the fuck? We connect. We talk every day, and then they snatch you.
Yeah.
They snatch you. Now I'm like, damn. I get back in tune with my nigga, and I lose my nigga.
Funny how things work, right?
Funny how things work. But we've talked damn near every month, every other month, for the majority.
Yeah.
Of that 12
stay in contact.
You know what I'm saying?
Nigga can't ask for much more than that.
And I'm privileged, my nigga, to even be a part of your story, bro. You know what I'm saying? To even be a part of your...
I appreciate you, man.
You know what I mean? Like,
I appreciate you.
From
all
day
that you've
one.
done for me. I'm not going to sit here and speak on camera about some of the missions that I've sent you on and things of that nature, but you know what I mean? Like I said, you've always been very stand-up, very much about your business, very much thorough, and I've always appreciated that about you. You know what I mean? So
right back, bro. Since day one, bro.
It's always been, you know, more than a mutual respect. It's more than a genuine love, you know what I mean, that I share for you. And I can't really say that for everybody I deal with, because I deal with people a lot of times on business, and I'm able to deal with business in a way where I don't even have to like you to deal business with you.
Right.
Type shit. This is way more than that. You know what I mean? It always has been. From the day I met you, which we just explained. So I've always been very appreciative. I'm always appreciative to be around true soldiers and niggas that are who they say they are, and show that and then prove that. You know what I mean? And you've always been that. So most definitely, you know what I'm saying? I mean, what else can I say, man? I mean, it's a lot of niggas who I thought was around, well, who have been around me, who I thought were genuine, who have showed not to be so much. You know what I mean? You've always showed your true colors, your true cards. You've always played them right, and you've always been that nigga that are who you are who you say you are, and always been about what you say you about.
And
so
I learned a lot from you, bro. Like, I ain't gonna hold you when we did that magazine, and then you did this shit with the suit. Remember that picture you took with the suit?
Yeah.
I said, bruh, you just pissed off half it. Shit went downhill after that fucking picture. I said, bro, we
did a few magazines though. We did about 3 or 4 of them joints. Don Diva, Feds, Source. We did a few of them.
A few magazines. Like this was early 2000s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When South Music was just stepping into the game.
Yeah.
And things were going good, man. We had a good situation.
Yeah, that's for a whole nother conversation though. But we was definitely doing things.
We was doing some shit, and now that you back, my nigga,
I'm gonna turn it up more.
We're gonna continue to do what we do.
The bag is in sight.
I'm
you feel
here
me?
in full support. As same as if that motherfucking night to be met, my nigga.
No doubt. I mean, we can't recreate history, but we can definitely shape our futures.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Right. And
I'm glad
you know, from this point, not this point particular, but I'm gonna just say from this point on, you know what I mean, moving forward, we got a lot of work to do. And you know, you a force in itself. I'm a force to be reckoned with when we, you know, conglomerate our forces together.
That's right.
You know, it's a lot of shit we can take on, and a lot of places we can go.
For the young homies watching right now,
right?
The young niggas out there that don't got no hope, don't own nothing, but a Glock switchy.
Yeah.
Single parent home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Chasing the illusion of the street shit. Chasing jail.
Yeah.
Chasing jail.
Yeah.
Right?
What you want? Say something to him?
Like, because it's fucked up because jail perpetuates. You know, a lot of our new rappers came home from jail. A lot of niggas, you know, you come home from jail. A lot of
rappers is going to jail.
A lot of rappers, you see y'all, the feds is running through hip hop. But you come home from jail, you get a celebration. You graduate from college, you get a handshake.
Yeah.
So jail is looked at as such a. People want to know so much about this shit that not want to be in it. Just learn. Like, what would you say after being home? What, a month and a half now?
I've been home a month yesterday.
A month yesterday from a 12-year bid.
Yeah.
What would you say to that youngin' right now?
You know, it's funny you say that because, you know, here I am on your podcast right now, broadcasting out to your viewers and listeners. I actually, you know, you mentioned it already. I have my own podcast that I was doing 4 years prior up until now from prison.
Right.
And my whole focus on the podcast is to get in touch and in tune with our youth and our younger generation to steer them away from the things that we used to do and the things that they're doing now to lead them to prison. You know what I mean? But I think it has gotten to the point where you have to dig a little deeper. You have to peel back a few more layers because it's not just something that's on the surface. Right. You know, I did a podcast episode one time where I explained to my audience that I spoke to a little 20-year-old kid one day that was in the joint. He got a 50-year sentence. You know what I'm saying? He's going to do what, like,
40,
at least 40 out of that.
42 years.
You know what I mean?
40 years, goddamn.
This nigga told me, and this was his exact words, this nigga told me, when you catch a body and go to prison, and if you get to go home, that shit like winning a Grammy. Yeah. Those was his exact words. He said that shit is like winning a Grammy. I couldn't understand the concept because, well, okay, let's peel that back for a second. When I was out there doing things and things like that, I didn't want to get caught.
Right.
I didn't want nobody to know.
Right.
I'm doing shit in secretive and out of bird's eye view. Like, you're not gonna know I did what I did.
Right.
Like I said, my case happened because another nigga told it. My shit already been 15 years out the way. Like, you're not gonna know what I did.
Right.
These niggas now, these young niggas especially, they want you to know. They doing shit on camera. They got their camera with the banger out. Bang, 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 bang. They want to put it on live and things like that. You got Ring cameras everywhere on people's doors. You got cameras on the lights. You got cameras every fucking where. These niggas is out there, no mask on, no nothing, just laying shit out. Like, just brap. Like, they have no fucking care in the world about getting away or being discreet, anything. So it makes me wonder, like, do y'all niggas want to come to prison?
Well, you know, I was watching a podcast and they interviewed these young ladies from Texas, right? And the young girl was like, if a nigga ain't got no, if he ain't snatching no souls, I'm Gucci. So my freak nasty ass, I'm thinking, all right, she want a nigga that's gonna eat that pussy. Like, you know what I'm saying? She like,
send you to the afterlife.
She like, nah, if a nigga ain't killing niggas, he ain't known for catching bodies, I'm cool on him.
And so look, and that's what I was getting at, right? That's what I was getting at, because our younger generation, when I say our, I'm talking about our younger black generation that comes up in the places that we come from. We come up on that hip hop shit, you know, like, that's our life. When I was young, that's what I came up on. I wanted to dress like, walk like, talk like all of the niggas that I idolized in hip hop.
Right.
And that's all they doing now. Is the same thing we was doing. It's just that the people that are the biggest artists are the ones who are wilding and talking reckless. And not only that, they get high. These niggas is getting high like it's regular. We wasn't getting high. We was selling the drugs. We wasn't doing them. These niggas is talking about doing the drugs. So already these niggas They not in they
different drugs.
look. They already not in their right minds, right? On top of that, let's add another layer to that. They born fucked up because their parents was drug users and crack abusers and things like that. So they already born with deficiencies. They not all the way there anyway.
Right.
But then they taking all of these pills and taking all of this stuff. It fucks their mind up so much that they really not regular. And then they're following these artists. I don't want to like name names or nothing, but you got people that rap about catching mad bodies, and they resume shows that like this is what they do. They catch bodies, and they call them hats. We taking hats and shit like that and everything. And these niggas idolize that shit because that's just, you know, what they coming up under. Right. So just like we came up under certain artists and wanted to walk, talk, and do the things they did, these niggas is coming up under these niggas that's catching hats, and they want to walk, talk, and do the things they did or they do. And it's fucked up because that's the way it trickles down to the generation, to whereas even the women, like you say, is telling these little niggas like, if you ain't caught a motherfucking top,
how many bodies you got?
Yeah, like what the fuck? So anyway, to revert back to your initial question, what do I have to say to them? My thing is this, bro. You do not want to come to prison for the rest of your life. You don't. You don't even want to come for 10 years, 12, 15, 20. Like, this is not what's up. I did not want to come to prison. I didn't do things. No, I take that back. I did things that I took penitentiary chances my whole career. Right. But I did it on a discreet level with the intention of beating the system, not coming to prison. Right. I'm smarter than that.
Not videotaping myself doing no goofy shit.
Doing self-incriminating crimes that's going to send you away for life is fucking stupid. You understand what I'm saying? And you may not know it at a young childish age or whatever, but when you get there, you're going to realize, after the first year or two, you're going to realize, like, I don't want to be here no more. I don't want to grow up in prison.
Now you call a man J-Lo and all this shit.
So my only, because I got a lot to say about that, but I know we pressed for time and shit. I just want the youth to know that this is not what's up. And for real, not only the youth, but the viewers too, this is why we do this. You know what I'm saying? We do this not to glorify anything, especially prison stories or street gang violence or true crime, none of that shit. We talk about it because that's real life. And it leads to the things that we don't even want some youth and things to be exposed to. Even though we realize that this is real life coming up, and coming from the places we come from, it's always crime and this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, man, you got choices. You know what I mean? Choose to learn something. Choose, and the choices that niggas got available now is way more than the choices that we had available. You can make a living from the house now. All you need is a Wi-Fi connection and a phone or a laptop. Niggas can make livings from the crib. You ain't got to be out in the street like we did and everything like that. And even those sometimes was choices, because I could have chose to go a 9-to-5 route. That's just not me. I never did that in my life. I opened up businesses to give other people jobs and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But that's just me. I'm an entrepreneur. Everybody's not an entrepreneur. With that being said, for the younger generation that's coming up now, you have so many opportunities available to you to make that same type of bread or more than what your favorite rappers are making or whoever the fuck you idolize. Go down that road. Study more. You got YouTube University, man. You got Chat GPT. You got all these. You got books, even if you want to go old school. I like books, but there's so many other things to learn, so many other things to do, so many opportunities to take heed of and to utilize to your advantage that you do not have to wind up in prison. You're not going to like it when you get here. You know what I mean? And that's the shit that we're trying to get through to your fucking head. I know niggas come up in gang-riddled communities and things like that, and you feel like your options are limited, and you know, the big homies, your best man's best friend's uncle or whoever the fuck or however that works. Shit, big homies now is 20 years old, 18 and 19, man. Where the fuck they start doing that? Anyhow, the point I'm making is...
That's big bro.
That's big bro.
That's big
the
bro.
point I'm making is, man, that's not... All it's going to lead to is coming to where we just left. Prison. And if you listening to these stories, if you listening to any of the stories that I've told on my podcast, or tune into any other fucking street podcast or prison podcast or whatever, they're going to tell you the fucking stories, man.
Big shout out to Million Dollars Worth of Game. You know, Wallow, he's big on the jail.
This is not where you want to be, bro. This is not where you want to be. You want to be outside with your family, your sisters, your brothers, your kids if you got them, your mothers, your fathers. They're going to get old, man, while you in prison. You can't take care of them. When they die and you behind these walls, you're going to feel a type of way.
And you can't go to no funerals or none of that.
None of that.
Zoom.
You might have to see it on Zoom. My grandfather died. Well, I was raised by my grandparents because my parents died when I was very young. But my grandmother died before I went in. But my grandfather died while I was in prison, and I wasn't even allowed to, because it was like during COVID. They wouldn't even let me like attend the funeral on Zoom, bro. I couldn't do nothing but get a fucking what they call it, obituary in. That's all I could do was look at my grandpops on the obituary and the shit that they wrote about him. Y'all don't want to go through that, man. First of all, you don't even want to lose people. But when you lose them and you in prison, it hit different. I did a whole podcast episode about that. But nonetheless, that's neither here nor there. The point I'm making is the shit that you go through behind these walls is 20 times more than what you go through when you outside of these walls. Because the same things happen. You're going to lose people. You're going to go through hardships. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. But when you're behind these walls and you got no control over emotions, no control or say-so over what actually takes place, no control over who you can call and talk to or this, that, and like, it hits different, bro. It hits different. You don't want to be in here experiencing that shit. It's much more to life, man, than coming to fucking prison, man. And only a nigga that been to prison for a long time is probably going to tell you that. I hate the fact that these youth glorify prison. Shit ain't no Grammy, my nigga. You don't win no fucking Grammy coming to prison. You don't do nothing but lose 20, 30 years of your life. Your childhood, your 20s, your 30s.
You're gonna be eating all microwave food.
If you can buy it, you might be eating from the chow hall, that mystery meat.
That mystery shit.
Yeah, I was fortunate. I could buy commissary. I never missed a commissary day my whole bit. But that's fortunate. That's just because of who I am. Niggas is in there not eating, man. Ramen soups and shit like that, or stomachs out the fucking head. Come on, man.
The medical system is fucked up.
Prison ain't where you want to be, man. Bottom line.
Prison is not where you want to be.
Federal or state, it's all fucked up.
I don't know why. I don't know when it became a thing. I mean, but hopefully when the genre of rap change, the attitudes will change. Young ladies is getting killed every day, every day.
That's a whole nother conversation.
Wrong place, wrong time. Fucking with this nigga, you in the car with these guys and shit. You know what I mean? Like, let's get it together. Let's tighten the fuck up out here, yo. Like, ain't nothing in there but fellas. Ain't nothing in there but the fellas. Ain't nothing in there but the fellas, yo. And you got fellas rocking with fellas, and you got fellas. And ain't nothing in there, yo. Ain't nothing in there. I don't know what y'all chasing, but ain't nothing in there.
That reputation don't mean shit when you go on 20 years. Ain't nobody gonna remember you when you get back. That's a fact. Your homie's gonna leave you when you there. You ain't gonna hear from them. Your family gonna die while you there. You ain't gonna have none when you get home. Your kids gonna be adults. My nigga, I just came home a month ago. I left when my kids was this big. I'm a grandparent now. met my grandkids for the first time when I came from prison. I got 2 of them. Sheesh. That's what I thought.
I'm an adult now, Pop.
I'm pop now.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's not the fucking life that I thought I was gonna have. It's not the life I wanted. It is what it is, but if you got choices to alleviate all of that,
You could be ahead of that shit. Please don't come down this path that we walk down, fellas. I mean, every episode is driven to express the turmoil in the situation. Each person's situation is going to tell you another angle of turmoil on how we dealt with being in a hole, how we dealt with being lied to, being told on by our friends, niggas snitching. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with the politics of prison. You go home in a couple of days, but the car got a ride, and you 30 days short, and they gonna move you to a jail that's 5 levels higher than where you came from to get you. You know what I'm saying? They play this mental warfare, man.
yeah, they set you up.
They set you up to fail. They set you up to die. They set you up to be killed in prison, man. Let's stop adding on to the status quo, man. Like we gotta do better, bro. We have to do better, bro. We got to.
Absolutely, and it's a shame, man. I hate to say it, but that's all I see coming into the prison now. The generation is getting younger and younger and younger, man. These niggas is getting younger and younger. The old heads is going home now. The ones that ain't got life sentences, or the ones that done been down 20, 30, 40 years. They going home now. There's still a lot of them there. Don't get it fucked up.
Right.
But what's coming into the system? Young niggas, man. Young niggas.
Listen, man. And this is another episode of motherfucking G1 Chronicles, man. This is one of them episodes where we really want you to take from this, man. You know what I'm saying? We really want you to take from this, man, that it's more to this shit than going to prison wasted 10 on mine, 12 on his. That's 22 years of jail time. Sitting in this room right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come on. Like
That's not even counting the little jail bids and shit, but
Like-
yeah, what you saying, yes.
I left prison compounds with 7,000, 5,000 men. You know what I'm saying? It's hundreds and thousands. Ladies, you know where all the fellas is at? Why it's 35 to 1 in all these places? Niggas is in fucking
Penitentiaries.
Penitentiaries. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not add on to that, yo. You know what I mean? I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Big shout to my boy Truth, man.
Yes, sir.
Gracing me with your presence coming on this episode,
Hey,
man.
man, I thank you for having me, bro. I thank you for having me. I wouldn't, you know what I mean? I wouldn't turn down that opportunity for the world, my nigga.
I can't.
You know, we ain't grow up together, but I still put the day one label on you, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I can't explain the level of excitement leading up to this episode, being inside the new spot. Big shout to my boy.
This is
Alan
lovely.
May.
If y'all ain't checking out what's going on behind us and everything like that, big shout out to the cameraman up there, Big Al, and everything. You know what I mean? He got the boards working, he got the cameras going, the lights popping, and everything looking real good and
shout
shit.
to Union Street podcast.
Y'all gotta
Check
know,
that
man.
out.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, check out the Truth Beyond These Walls podcast too whenever y'all get a chance.
Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. I'm gonna be on that podcast soon as well too. Vibration, they'll be bouncing back and
Yep.
Nigga, it's up. It's lit. We got merch. We got pillows and shit. As y'all see, big shout out to HDM TV, HDM
things
with the pillows and shit. We got shit going on. We got shirts. We got hats. We got all type of shit going on. Varsity jackets coming soon. Just more to come, yo. Just more to come. More to come. He don't know I'm trying to steal him as a co-host. We about to merge this shit a little bit. He don't
Hey
know
man,
about
listen,
my
it's
plan, but-
big plans, big things in the making. He think I don't know, but I already know what the fuck's going on because I'm a fortune teller. You understand what I'm saying? I foresee everything that's going around, everything that's going on, and we definitely gonna work towards a better situation for he and I both. So, With that being said, you know, like I said earlier, I'm always a person that like put people in positions and things like that. Even though I'm just fresh out, I'm trying to put myself in a position. Don't think that I ain't got other people in mind with me. You know what I mean? I'm just that type of nigga. So
You take your time out here, man. You reacclimate.
we gonna
You
grow.
take this shit day by day, my nigga. It's always a pleasure.
No doubt.
Always
my
a
nigga.
motherfucking pleasure, man.
Love, always,
I mean,
man.
you
Nothing
just-
but.
You just be smooth out here.
Hmm.
You take this shit day by day and walk light so you don't piss the ground off, my nigga. You know the shit. You know the shit. Walk light so we don't piss the ground off, my nigga. Love you, bro.